soul.
This is True Capitalist Radio. True Capitalist Radio.
I am your host, the man they call Ghost.
The badass of business.
Give him capitalism or give him death.
That's it. Period.
Broadcasting from his Skyline office studios in beautiful downtown Austin, Texas.
You sound fruitier than a box of Fruit Loops, for Christ's sake.
And now, he'll take it from here. Your host, the prognosticator of prognosticators, the man they call
Ghost.
How's it going, folks? And thank you for tuning in with me to another edition of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank you very much for tuning in with me. Before we get started on anything else, I'd like to remind everybody this is episode number 490. Episode number 490 for all the folks that are keeping track of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And before we get to anything else, I'd like for everybody to please spread it around like wildfire. And let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house. And we are live every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast, and it is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. And of course, if you have not done so, please follow us on Twitter and Gab. Of course, Gab is the Twitter alternative. You can find us both on, or you should find us on both of those social media websites under the name Politics Ghost. All one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost is the name to follow both on Twitter and Gab. Of course, Gab is the Twitter alternative. Anyway, folks, this is Thursday. You know, what is it? Tomorrow's Good Friday, right? Some kind of a holiday. Good Friday! Does that mean I should take a day off tomorrow? Is that what that's supposed to mean? I mean, everybody's talking about Good Friday over here. It's Good Friday tomorrow. I mean, does that mean I can take a day off? I don't know. It depends on how you people treat me today. I'll tell you that right goddamn now. Anyway, folks, let's go ahead and get right into the thick of things, if you will, folks. We've got a lot of things to talk about, as we do every day in this broadcast. So let's just go ahead and get right into the market data. Let's get to cryptocurrencies. Cryptocurrencies today were doing fairly well, to say the least. We saw a little bit of movement in Ethereum. We saw some movement in Dashcoin, definitely. We saw some movement in BitConnect, folks. I've been talking highly about BitConnect here, at least for the past week, maybe week and a half. I've been saying that people are obviously looking into this particular cryptocurrency to kind of put in whatever liquid they may be gaining in any kind of trading capacity. Anyway, with that being said, let's just go ahead and get right into the thick of things. Let's get to Bitcoin. All right, Bitcoin, symbol BTC. Current market capitalization for Bitcoin is $18.9 billion. The current circulating supply for Bitcoin is 16.2 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Bitcoin has gone down 2.84%. Current price for Bitcoin, symbol BTC, current price, $1,165.39 per Bitcoin. Let's take that move on Ethereum. Let's take a look at that move on Ethereum, symbol ETH. Current market capitalization for Ethereum is $4.4 billion, almost $4.5 billion. The current circulating supply for Ethereum is 90.6 million in circulation. The past 24 hours, Ethereum has gone up 6.38% increase on the day. In a 24-hour period increase, current price for Ethereum, symbol symbol ETH, current price, $49.52 per Ethereum cryptocurrency. Let's take another look at Dash, folks. All right, Dash. That's been making a move as of late. Take a look at the chart on that. Once again, Dash symbol is DASH. Current market capitalization for Dash is $524 million. The current circulating supply for Dash is 7.2 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Dash coin has gone up 9.93% increase on the day for Dash coin. The current price for Dash coin, symbol DASH, current price, $72.59 per Dash coin. I mean, are y'all seeing these increases here, folks? I've been trying to tell you. Man. I hope some of you have heeded the call. I mean, this is, in my view, the entry level of cryptocurrency at this stage, at this time, at this moment. Now, don't get me wrong. People might say that, well, Ghost, that's not very true because, Bitcoin, it was brought out like in 2009, 2010. And, that was like the first, cryptocurrency and everybody likes it, Shut up. All right? First and foremost, my criticism of Bitcoin as the cryptocurrency is the fact that the folks that were there first are hoarding all of the current 16.2 million in circulation right now. And what I mean by that is that the folks that were the first on the ground to mine Bitcoin, when it was like easy, when people were just giving them away at some point, these were the folks that were hoarding them. And that first group that were at the absolute birth of cryptocurrency are the ones that are holding the hoard of 16.2 million. I mean, it's the majority of it. And you see, that within itself is something that I don't like as it pertains to that particular cryptocurrency. I know it's the gold standard for right now because Bitcoin was first on the scene. But in my view, I don't like it because I don't like that there's just too many centralized people that own this hoard of Bitcoin. I mean, they can unload it at any time. That's what that means, and be able to just flood the market with Bitcoin. I like cryptocurrencies that are spread out. I like cryptocurrencies that are owned by lots of different people. Not to say that we're not going to have this problem, folks. Let's just be honest. I mean, but I would prefer the problem being that someone who is an unbelievable capitalist was able to obtain all this cryptocurrency on their own through their own entrepreneurial spirit, capitalist endeavor, whatever the case might be, not the fact that you had a bunch of nerds that were there at the ground level at the birth of cryptocurrency that were able to obtain a good hoard of the Bitcoin before the damn thing started becoming popular. Now, that's my only criticism of Bitcoin. I personally believe that it will not be the gold standard for very long. There's a lot of other cryptocurrencies here that I discuss and that I cover that have a lot more flexibility, that are a lot faster, a lot more secure, a lot more anonymous. I mean, there's a lot of factors depending on what you're looking for in a cryptocurrency. There's a lot better cryptos, in my view. I just think that right now, because Bitcoin was first on the scene, everybody's getting to know it. So let's go ahead and get to the next cryptocurrency in line for it, folks, Litecoin. Now, Litecoin had been a hell of a run for Litecoin here in the past, I would say 5 to 6 days, maybe even 7 days. Litecoin has been going up, but now we're seeing a retraction on that one, or contraction, I should say. And the reason is because I'm going to cover other cryptocurrencies that are moving, and I'm talking moving, man. I'm talking high volatility, and it's in these high volatile moments is when you get liquidity, baby. That's why you trade. You understand? That's why you trade. Let's go ahead and get the Litecoin symbol LTC. The current market capitalization for Litecoin is $512 million. The current circulating supply for Litecoin is 50.6 million Litecoin in circulation. The past 24 hours, Litecoin has pulled back 5.76% decrease in the past 24 hours. The current price for Litecoin, symbol LTC, current price $10.13 per Litecoin. Let's get to the Monero. That's another cryptocurrency that has been going up in the past, I would say, 5 days. It is now also contracting slightly. Monero, symbol XMR, current market capitalization for the Monero is $310 million. The current circulating supply is 14.2 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, the Monero has gone down slightly, 0.76% decrease. Current price for the Monero, symbol XMR, current price $21.71 per Monero cryptocurrency. Let's get to Ethereum Classic. Ethereum Classic, symbol ETC. ETC, the current market capitalization is $310 million. The current circulating supply is 90.6 million in circulation of Ethereum Classic. In the past 24 hours, Ethereum Classic has gone down slightly, 0.83% decrease. Current price for Ethereum Classic, symbol ETC, current price $2.62 per Ethereum Classic. Now let's get to BitConnect, folks. I mean, you know, when I started focusing on BitConnect, I think it was maybe about a week and a half ago. And I started saying that the trend on this particular chart looked very steady, very gradual. I mean, it looked as if people in the cryptocurrency trading markets are possibly putting their liquidity to save so that they don't, get any percentages off in the volatility. This looked like a safe haven to me. Well, anyway, other people obviously started looking at the chart and realizing, hey, you know what? Ghost has got a point. This is a great little, investment here. And before you know it, BitConnect, symbol BCC, has gone up the roof, folks. Let's go ahead and get to it. Now, when I started covering this and started focusing on BitConnect, as somewhat of a safe haven, I started looking at the chart, discussing the chart. BitConnect was at about $5 and change. Keep that in mind. All right? $5 and change. Let's get to BitConnect. Symbol BCC. The current market capitalization for BitConnect is $70.9 million. The current circulating supply for BitConnect is 5.9 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, BitConnect has gone up 35.35% increase. I mean, good God! I'm telling you, I would not be covering him on this broadcast if there's not potential profitability, folks. You know that by now. You all know this. I'm not joking around. I mean, good Lord, man, I'm not just covering this because I'm trying to, look cool or something. I'm trying to tell you where the damn money is, man. I was covering this goddamn cryptocurrency 2 weeks ago when it was $5 and change, and I was telling everybody that was listening, look at that chart. That's a good-looking chart. And as a result, folks, explosion. I mean, these are the kind of plays that I'm trying to hit to you folks that are listening. Anyway, in the past 24 hours, once again, BitConnect has gone up 35.35%. The current price for BitConnect, symbol BCC, the current price, $11.84 per BitConnect cryptocurrency. I'm telling you, I would not be covering these damn cryptocurrencies. And let me tell you, I haven't been sticking with any particular group aside from those that are really, really popular. I've been going with those that have been either catching my eye based upon the graphs, based upon the charts, or based upon the percentage fluctuations. And that's why I bring it to you every day, 5 days a week, the first hour. I'm giving away free money, man. It's up to you to gather the information, kind of, make sense of it in your head and apply it to your life and make the money. Anyway, let's get to Zcash, shall we? Zcash, this is one that I'm also mining myself. Let's go ahead and get to Zcash, symbol ZEC. The current market capitalization for Zcash is $69.3 million market capitalization. The current circulating supply for Zcash is 1,079,000 in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Zcash has gone up 4.38% increase on the day in a 24-hour period. The current price for Zcash, symbol ZEC, current price $64.29 per Zcash cryptocurrency. I mean, this is real money, baby. This is real money. Let's continue. Decred, symbol DCR. The current market capitalization for Decred is $53 million. The current circulating supply for Decred is 4.6 million in circulation. The current, or I should say in the past 24 hours, Decred has gone up 3.48% increase in a 24-hour period. The current price for Decred, symbol DCR, current price $11.38 per Decred cryptocurrency. Now, let me get to another one that I've been covering here for the past, I would say, 3 to 4 days. And when I started saying this, people were like, what the hell are you talking about, Ghost? Are you nuts? Why are you even covering this crap? I'm talking about CreditBit. That's right, I'm talking about CreditBit, folks. I've been covering CreditBit here for the past 4 days, and the reason is because of the movement, the volatility, the charts. That's why I'm covering it, and I'm covering it today. You want to know why, folks? Well, I'll tell you why. Let's just go ahead and get to it. CreditBit, symbol CRBIT, symbol CRBIT. The current market capitalization for CreditBit is $33.7 million. The current circulating supply for CreditBit is 12.5 million in circulation. All right? Let's go ahead and continue. In the past 24 hours, CreditBit, all right, and I talked about this one yesterday. This was also on the move yesterday, but in the past 24 hours, CreditBit has gone up 54.12% in a 24-hour period. I mean, good God! I mean, 54.12%, that's in a 24-hour period. Why do you think I've been covering this goddamn cryptocurrency, man? I'm telling you, I'm trying to... I hope some of you made some money on this crap. Good God, this is real money. I mean, somebody's making this money. I hope it's you. But somebody's making... I'm giving away free money. I've been giving away free money out here, and everybody's just like, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't like it. I don't know, Ghost. Morons. Anyway, once again, CreditBit up 54.12% increase in a 24-hour period. The current price for CreditBit, symbol CRBIT, current price $2.68 per CreditBit. Are you kidding me? I'm telling you, I tried to tell you. I try to tell everybody out there, but no, everybody's not. No, I don't like it, Ghost. I don't like it. Shut up. That's why in the next 10 years you're going to be shining capitalist shoes. You understand that? All you morons that are just sitting there, just trying to nitpick and flap your fat Cheeto-stained fingers on the keyboard, trying to criticize things that I'm doing. That's why you are nothing more than a pathetic loser, and you're going to be, in the next 10 years, shining capitalist shoes. So I hope that you morons get used to it, all right? I hope that you get used to it. So, you know what? Why don't you go right now, instead of listening to me, instead of flapping your fat Cheeto-stained fingers on the keyboard, talking garbage to me, why don't you get down on your knees right now and start practicing and spit shine that shoe, boy? spit shine that goddamn shoe. Anyway, let me continue going, for Christ's sake. Let's get to Zcoin, shall we? Zcoin, symbol XZC. The current market capitalization for Zcoin is $14.7 million. The current circulating supply for Zcoin is 1.8 million in circulation. Very, very low circulation for Zcoin. In the past 24 hours, Zcoin has gone up 3.36% increase on the day in the 24-hour period. The current price for Zcoin, symbol XZC, current price $7.86 per Zcoin. Now, folks, I started covering this coin yesterday because I started seeing some movement on it that I thought it needed coverage. And I'm talking about Potcoin. Y'all remember that yesterday? Everybody was like, oh, come on, Ghost, Potcoin. I'm not joking, folks. I mean, I was telling you yesterday, if you look back in the archive, you may want to look into some of these kind of what we would consider small cap or penny type currency in the equities market. You know, kind of penny stocks and small cap stocks. The same thing kind of applies to cryptocurrency. You know, you want to be able to kind of look for these plays in the pennies and in the smaller kind of circulated cryptocurrency. So, in my view, that's why I've been covering these sons of bitches. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, Potcoin, folks. Potcoin, symbol POT. The current market capitalization for Potcoin is $12.5 million in market capitalization. $12.5 million market cap. The current circulating supply of Potcoin is 216 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, all right, Potcoin has gone up 21.52% increase in the past 24 hours. All right. Now, the current price for Potcoin, symbol POT, current price, 5 cents. Going on 6 cents, but 5 cents. I'm telling you, this is where you can get some money. I mean, just imagine, okay? It went up 21% in the 24-hour period. I covered this yesterday. Let's say you started getting interested in it because I covered it. You take a little research in it. You find the wallet. You find the exchange. And, you know, because it was probably about 4 cents, maybe a little bit more than that yesterday, you could have been able to take some chump change, throw it in there. I mean, like a 25, 30 bucker, 50 bucker, whatever the case might be, and be able to make 21% on your money just throwing it into a small 5-cent cryptocurrency like Potcoin. I'm just saying. Anyway, let's continue going. Let's go to Bitcoin Dark because it's been going down, 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 down. Now, Bitcoin Dark was a very precarious situation because at about 2 weeks ago is when we started seeing a dramatic increase in Bitcoin Dark. A big, huge spike. I think there was spikes for at least several days consecutive. Well, now it's going down, okay? Now it's going down. Let's go ahead and get to Bitcoin Dark, symbol BTCD, symbol BTCD. Current market capitalization for Bitcoin Dark is $9.3 million in market cap. Current circulating supply for Bitcoin Dark is 1.2 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Bitcoin Dark continues to go down. It is down 2.93% decrease in a 24-hour period. The current price for Bitcoin, symbol BTCD, current price $7.23 per Bitcoin. Now, folks, I do believe I covered this one yesterday because I saw a little bit of movement on it. This one right here is called Monacoin. Monacoin. And this is, of course, one of these pennies, but, I mean, great volatility happening in this one. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. Symbol MONA. Current market capitalization for Monacoin is $6.1 million market capitalization for Monacoin. The current circulating supply is 48.2 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Monacoin has gone up 45.97% increase in a 24-hour period. I'm not joking around. This is where liquidity's at, man. The current price for Monacoin, symbol MONA, current price 12 cents. 12 cents. I'm telling you, I'm just saying. Anyway, let's go ahead and close it up with a couple of more here. Let's go ahead and go with Z Classic. Z Classic, symbol ZCL. The current market capitalization for Z Classic is $3.6 million market capitalization. The current circulating supply for Z Classic is 1.1 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Z Classic has gone up 4.59%. The current price for Z Classic, symbol ZCL, current price $3.23 per Z Classic cryptocurrency, folks, all right? And let me go ahead and get to this last one, because as I look on the big board here, I mean, I got to cover some of these that are just making big, big jumps, even if they do sound a little bizarre. Let's go ahead and get to Join Coin. That's right, folks. Join Coin, symbol J. That's it, symbol J, Join Coin. The current market capitalization for Join Coin is $1,052,000 market capitalization. The current circulating supply for Join Coin is $2.4 million in market capitalization. In the past 24 hours, okay, Join Coin, I'm not joking, has gone up 190.88% in a 24-hour period. I mean, good God. Oh, my God. I'm not even joking around. 190.88% increase in a 24-hour period. The current price, all right, for Join Coin, symbol J, current price is 43 cents. 43 cents for Join Coin, folks. And as I look on the big board, I think that's about it for the cryptocurrency coverage of today. And once again, the reason I give this cryptocurrency coverage is because, first and foremost, this is an emerging market in which serious money is starting to pour in. It's starting to exchange hands. Moreover, there's a variety of different plays to be made in cryptocurrency. As I've stated many times, you can trade it. Believe it or not, folks, you can trade cryptocurrencies all night long. You can trade them all night long. There is no pattern or day trading type of rule that applies to cryptocurrency trading. You can pretty much go into mining. We've talked a little bit about hardware mining, cloud mining, or you could just hoard it yourself. Which, you know, if you folks are finding cryptocurrency very complicated, my advice to you would be at least hoard it, obtain it to some capacity. Get yourself a digital wallet and make sure to try to get some Bitcoin, get some Ethereum, get some Dash Coin, whatever you can obtain it and just hoard it. Okay, just hoard it and save it. Because I'm telling you this right now, give it about a year, 2 years, the prices that we are currently covering right now are going to be in a very, very small amount in comparison to what is about to explode into the actual prices of cryptocurrency. And the reason I say this, folks, is because now the whole world is starting to believe in cryptocurrency. I mean, I know we talked about Japan legalizing cryptocurrency as a legal form of tender. So right now, folks, let's say you're a Bitcoin millionaire and Ethereum millionaire right now. You could go to Japan right now and live lavish. You can go to Japan right now and live lavish. Cryptocurrency is a legal form of tender. They are talking about doing the same thing in India. And the reason they're talking about that, folks, is because India has outlawed tangible cash, physical currency. So they, the country of India, almost, over 1 billion Indians are considering legalizing cryptocurrency as a legal form of tender. And you're talking, there's talks of Russia. As soon as 2018, the country of Russia talking about legalizing cryptocurrency as a legal means of exchanging goods and services. And the more and more countries do this, the more and more each and every one of these cryptocurrencies are going to go up in price. And you know what I feel? I'm going to tell you what I feel is the future of cryptocurrency. Because cryptocurrencies are finite, meaning that there is no central bank that's going to continuously print out all kinds of money, all kinds of fiat currency. It's not going to be that way. There is only a certain amount of cryptocurrency, depending on whatever cryptocurrency you're discussing, depending on the blockchain algorithm, so on and so forth. There's only so many that are going to be produced. After those are produced, there's no more. There is no more. So there is a finite amount of cryptocurrency. So what I am gathering is that countries that legalize cryptocurrency are going to choose a cryptocurrency that suits their economic standards, their economic footing, if you will. Now, right now, folks, believe it or not, Japan, even though it has legalized cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, Ethereum, that sort of thing, from what I have read, the most popular cryptocurrency in Japan is Ripple. Ripple, unfortunately, can no longer be mined. All right? All of Ripple has already been mined, and Ripple is at a very, very low kind of penny stock, or I should say, penny currency type status. Now, why would Japan like Ripple as their cryptocurrency of flavor? Because there is a lot of Ripple that is already been produced. I think, let me go ahead and take a look at Ripple here, folks, just so I can give you guys the exact of exact here. But Ripple, as I wait for this damn thing to come up here, the reason it's the cryptocurrency of choice of Japan, is because there is a lot circulated, which brings the cost down of each and every cryptocurrency. Now, why is that? Because right now Japan has a unbelievable overprinted currency. I mean, if you try to do an exchange from American dollars into Japanese currency, I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, you could literally change $10,000 in American currency and almost, I think, exchange it for $1 million plus whatever the damn Japanese currency is. I mean, that's how saturated their currency and how much currency is circulating in Japan. Now, you take a look at Ripple, for instance. Now, right now, Ripple, I'm taking a look at it. You can no longer mine Ripple. The current price on Ripple is 3 cents, American dollars, 3 cents. Now, the current circulating supply, folks, is, get this, 37.5 billion in circulation. All right? 37.5 billion in circulation. So you compare that to how much Ripple will be in circulation, how many people can hoard Ripple. You take a look at the exchange rate for Ripple in comparison to the Japanese currency. It makes sense. It makes sense. The yen, thank you very much. It makes sense why the Japanese are preferring Ripple to any of these other mainstream currencies. Because remember, the yen is completely saturated. It is overprinted. So right now, let's say we take a look at the Ethereum price. Ethereum is at $49.15. I mean, the Japanese ain't going to be able to convert that into yen because the yen is, I mean, how much yen is that? It's probably like a couple of thousand. I mean, I'm serious. The exchange rate for yen is unbelievable. That's why Ripple applied, the currency, cryptocurrency Ripple applied to the Japanese economy, it's a fit. It's an absolute fit because if they want to exchange Ripple for Japanese yen, I mean, it is at an appropriate exchange rate in comparison to the United States currency to apply this to the economy. And that's why it'll be the currency, in my opinion, of exchange because there's so much of it. And Japan loves this particular cryptocurrency. The exchange rate is applicable to their Japanese yen. So, in my personal opinion, I think that these are the types of judgment calls that are going to be made as it pertains to countries legalizing cryptocurrency in their markets. Because remember, I mean, if you have a big market like India, well, what would India, I mean, what kind of cryptocurrency would India use to suffice its economy? Well, one of these very, very high-produced, high-circulated cryptocurrencies. I mean, I'm just saying, in my personal opinion, I think that we need to take a look at all these cryptocurrencies, how they could be applied to certain markets in the world. I think as investors, you need to be very aware of what the cryptocurrency of flavor is in every country across the globe, because that will give you a long-term strategy in which what you should hold on to for the long term. So, for instance, if somebody would have done some kind of an observation on what was the cryptocurrency of flavor in Japan a year or two ago, they would have seen that Ripple was really, really popular amongst those that were doing business in cryptocurrency. And they would have said, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold on to some Ripple for the next couple of years. And now that Japan has legalized cryptocurrency, this play would have been very lucrative and been very profitable because it would have been a long-term play. These are the types of long-term plays that you've got to foresee as a capitalist, folks. You understand? I'm just saying. Anyway, now that we've gotten the cryptocurrency markets out of the way, let's go ahead and get to the stock market, folks. Now, the stock market is going down, obviously, because of the uncertainty. We got a lot of uncertainty going on out here, obviously. We've got, some fears of potential combat that could be coming to fruition. We've got some economic uncertainty as it pertains to certain trade deals. There's economic uncertainty as it pertains to whether or not there's going to be a tax plan that's going to be passed at all in the fiscal year 2017. There's uncertainty on whether or not this damn Congress can get any kind of repealing of Obamacare. There's a lot of factors going on. And finally, the damn equities investors, the people in the stock market, the people in Wall Street are finally starting to take a grasp of reality. All right? Finally. Let's go ahead and get to the stock market. Now, once again, folks, the reason we're seeing decreases is because finally the people that are pretty much dominating the equities market, which I've always said was Wall Street, the hedge fund managers, the mutual fund managers, the big money managers, these are the folks that are actually controlling Wall Street. The independent investor has been out-regulated out of the market, but I think that's about to change, folks. I have very, very good confidence that that may change, that Donald Trump and Mnuchin, Ross, these guys are going to see that, look, we cannot have a group of people like Wall Street basically in charge of rigging the equities market. That's what they've been doing for the past 8 years. We need to bring in independent investors who are going to want to take charge of their own future, of their own retirements, of their own portfolios, to get in here and to actually be a part of Wall Street. The whole idea of Wall Street, Main Street, bring Main Street to Wall Street is what I'm saying. I mean, there should be no pattern or day trading rule in the equities market, folks. I'm serious. I am going to continue to say this. Please tweet at Trump. Please tweet at Mnuchin. I mean, tell your congressman we don't need pattern or day trading rules in the market. It only prohibits the economic freedom of every capitalist that's working hard in this country to supplement their income or to gain some extra liquidity whenever they have a goddamn day off. It's ridiculous. The damn PDT rule needs to be just removed. It needs to be a thing of antiquity. Remove the PDT rule. Remove the PDT rule so that independent investors can come into the equities market once again. And, of course, why did they outregulate the independent investor? Well, because they don't want the independent investor getting any money. I mean, you think Wall Street wants to see Main Street have any money? No, they want it all to themselves, for heaven's sake, man. That's why they paid Obama and the Democrats to regulate Wall Street and the banks to the current situation that they're in. That's why, for the past 8 years, under Obama, our goddamn economy was a bunch of crap. Anyway, let's just go ahead and get to the equities markets, folks, okay? Once again, everybody's selling off. Finally, reality's starting to set into old Wall Street. It should have set in a long time ago, in my opinion. But either way, Dow Jones Industrial is down today 138.61 points, a percentage decrease of 0.67%. Current closeout, Jesus Christ, I'm mixing up cryptocurrency with equities, for Christ's sake. Closing out the Dow Jones Industrial at 20,453.25 points for the Dow Jones Industrial. I mean, good God, man. I need a break. I need a goddamn break. As a matter of fact, I need a drink, too. Unfortunately, I've stopped drinking, folks. I'm sitting over here. I'm drinking a Coca-Cola. Not that they're paying me for that, either. I just decided to drink one, all right? And for those of you who don't know, I drink Coca-Cola through a straw because, well, you don't want to be missing teeth like many of the folks who, never mind. Let's continue going here. All right, we got the S&P 500 also down today, 15.98 points, a percentage decrease of 0.68%, closing out the S&P 500 at 2,328.95 points for the S&P 500. Let's go ahead and go to the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ is also down today, folks, 31.01 points, a percentage decrease of 0.53% decrease, closing out the NASDAQ at 5,805.15 points for the NASDAQ Composite. Now, folks, what's interesting is that we saw an increase in the dollar today, so that's why we saw a decrease in equities. But the anomaly that we see, even though we see a slight increase in the dollar of the day, commodities. An anomaly in commodities. So let's just go ahead and see what I'm talking about. Let's get to energy first, folks. Energy finally starting to come off that freaking high. I guess I don't know what OPEC and the investors in the energy sector are smoking or sniffing. I don't know. They must be sniffing the paint thinner that distilling is sniffing. I don't really know, but they're not right. Finally, energy starting to come back down to reality. We've got WTI sweet crude down today, 20 cents, a percentage decrease of 0.38%, closing out WTI sweet crude at $52.91 per barrel of WTI sweet crude. We've got Brent crude also down today, 18 cents, a percentage decrease of 0.32%, closing out Brent crude at $55.86 $1.68 per barrel of Brent crude oil. We've got gasoline also down today, 0.59% decrease. The feast or famine natural gas is going up, interestingly enough. I think that the price of natural gas is rather high, yet it continues to go up. Very, very interesting. We've got natural gas up 1.63% increase on the day. We've got heating oil down today, 0.45% decrease. Now let's go ahead and get to the metals, shall we? The metals! Let's get to the goddamn metals! Now what the hell have I been telling you folks about metals? I've been bullish on metals. While everybody was tucking their tail out and abandoning ship on metals, who was here telling everybody that I am bullish on metals, I am bullish on metals, I am bullish on metals? I said it, all right? And once again, the prognosticator of prognosticators strikes again. Let's go ahead and get to gold, man. Did you see gold today, boy? Gold up $12, a percentage increase of 0.94%, closing out gold at, get this price, folks, $1,290.10 per troy ounce of gold. We're almost at $1,300 a troy ounce, baby. I told you. I told all of you, man. I told you. I hope that you guys, I don't know, man, some of you guys, it almost seems to me that for whatever reason, I don't know if it's the troll in you folks. You know, some of you people are like trolls and whatnot. I don't know if it's the trolls in you or what, but for whatever reason, you just want to criticize everything that I do, even though I am giving this information to you morons absolutely free. You just want to criticize everything I do, and then when it comes to pass, you idiots get so triggered and butthurt, for Christ's sake, you're smelling up the whole goddamn freaking broadcast like beef franks. You're so butthurt, for Christ's sake. You understand? I mean, I'm just saying, man, I'm just trying to plant seeds to those that are listening and that understand where I'm coming from out here. Those of you that want to hate, well, you know what? You hate me because you hate me there, boy. All right? You hate me because you hate me. Now, once again, this is where this anomaly in today's session comes from, because if we're seeing an increase in the dollar, why are we seeing an increase in metals? That's not applicable to financial fundamentals, is it? Because of the uncertainty, folks. And that's why I've been so bullish. I've been bullish on metals for a long time, but for a long time, boy. I told you. I know there's some people in the inner circle. Props to the inner circle metals chat. I know that there's some folks in the inner circle that have been accumulating metals, silver, gold, and right now they are just looking at it saying, look, I'm just looking at this hoard of silver and gold, and I'm just making money as I look at it. I told you, boy. I told you. Let's go ahead and get to silver, shall we? Now, silver, folks, today was up 25 cents, a percentage increase of 1.34% increase on the day, closing out silver at $18.55 per troy ounce of silver. We've got copper up today, 1.02% increase, and we got platinum up modestly, 0.01%. Let's go ahead and get to the agriculture commodities, folks, shall we? Now, once again, same thing that I told you about metals, a very, very interesting story. We're seeing an increase in the dollar. We should see mostly red in these commodities, but once again, we are not. The reason is because of the new friendship that the United States has with China, okay? All right, with China, and as a result, we are seeing a lot of these commodities that China loves to consume in go higher in price. And we saw right after the meeting between President Trump and the President of China at Mar-a-Lago, we saw the Chinese government lift the the embargo they had on U.S. beef based upon, I don't know, one time that we had some kind of something wrong with the freaking cow herds or something. I have no idea, all right? But anyway, let's continue to go here. We've got agriculture. Let's get to the grain, shall we? Corn is up 0.53% increase. We've got wheat down 0.78%. Oats up 0.45%. Rough rice down 0.10%. Soybean up 0.82%. We've got soybean oil down 0.25%. Canola up 1.01% increase. Now let's get to the softs. Now we're seeing a lot of red in the softs, which is pretty applicable to a higher dollar on the session. Let's get to cocoa. Cocoa is down $2.64. We've got coffee.
Hey, dude, just don't talk to me. Don't talk to me unless I have my coffee, okay, dude?
Shut up, you Starcucks-loving fruit. And once again, folks, let's stick it to Starcucks. Boycott Starcucks! Boycott Starcucks! Anyway, coffee is up 0.46%. And I also want to say boycott McDonald's because these sons of bitches, you already know by this time. If you don't, well then, you're a moron, all right? Boycott McDonald's! If I see Ronald McDonald, I'm kicking him in the balls! Props to the Hamburglar. Anyway, we got sugar! Sugar is down today 1.02%. We've got orange juice down 0.25%. Cotton is up 0.41%. Lumber is down, folks. It's been down for the past couple of sessions, for heaven's sake. Lumber is down 2.16% decrease on the day. Good God, man. We've got rubber down 0.22%. We've got ethanol down 0.06%. Let's go ahead and get to livestock. Now, once again, the good old days of cheap beef, I think, are about over, folks, because I'm seeing nothing but increases on beef. And let me tell you, because China is now getting buddy-buddy with the United States, them Chinese, they love a lot of beef, boy. They love the United States Texas beef, and because they got a lot of money, they like them big-ass porterhouses, thick cuts. So we're going to start seeing increases here in cattle, in lean hog, because that's what they like, and we are good producers of it. And there's over 1 billion damn Chinese hungry people over there. So that's why we're going to see a little bit of scarcity in some of these goddamn commodities. Let's go ahead and get to live cattle. Live cattle is up 0.31% increase on the day. We've got cattle feeder up also 0.23% increase on the day. And lean hogs, folks, is up 0.31% increase on the day. And that, my friends, is the markets for your ass, all right? Anyway, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me on this Thursday. It is the day before Good Friday. I mean, I don't even know. I mean, should I take the day off for a Good Friday? Everybody else has the day off. Why shouldn't Ghost have the day off? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, with that being said, folks, let's go ahead and get to some Twitter and Gab Shout Outs. And for you folks that are unaware, all you've got to do right now is retweet the first tweet on my Twitter account. And the tweet to retweet is True Capitalist Radio Live. The tweet to retweet once again is True Capitalist Radio Live. You go ahead and retweet that tweet. I'll give you a Twitter shout out live right here on the broadcast right here and now. Do we got any Twitter shout outs, engineer? All right, engineer. Well, before I get started, I do want to remind everybody that I will be, I don't know. It depends on what happens today. It depends on how the trolls treat me today, as whether or not I do a show tomorrow, but I will be here for the Saturday Night Troll Show, folks. The Saturday Night Troll Show, 5:30 p.m. every Saturday night. Once again, we have put up some My Kids merch. All right, and for you folks that are unaware, the folks on the Saturday Night Troll Show want to extend the show from 2 hours to 3 hours. And they basically said that they're willing to pay for My Kids merch to make it happen. Now, I do want to give props to two individuals that bought about 15 of these things. True dedicated members of the Troll Show. I'm talking about the individual knows who I'm talking about, and his wife. I want to salute you guys. Thank you very much. Once again, go to ghost.market. All right, type in your browser right now, ghost.market, and hook it up with a little bit of My Kids merch so we can get ourselves a full third hour for the Saturday Night Troll Show, all right? Anyway, now that we gotten that all out of the way, let's go ahead and get to some Twitter shout-outs right now. Anyway, we got Metal Capitalist in the house, Green Leader in the place. We've got, I'm not going to say that disgusting name, for Christ's sake. Guys are sick. We've got Mother of All Butter. Man, shut up, all right, you moron. We've got Trump's Glass Factory. What the hell does that mean, Trump's Glass Factory? What the hell does that mean? We've got the Butthurt Martyrs. There ain't no Butthurt Martyrs, boy. You come down here to Texas and talk that garbage, boy. We got Dr. Bristle. We got Agent Odd Eyes, for Christ's sake. We got Ra the Sun God. The Short Bus Kid. Oh, that's great. Christ Killer Ghost. What does that mean? Are you trying to infer that I'm Jewish? Is that what you're trying to say? I mean, and not to mention, are you trying to accuse the Jews of killing Christ? Like Pontius Pilate didn't have anything to do with that? I'm just saying. Anyway, we got the Brody Network in the house. I'm not going to say that disgusting name. Once again, retweet the first tweet on my Twitter account. All right? And the tweet to retweet is True Capitalist Radio Live, baby. We've got Sergeant Yoda. We've got Polybus TV. Did I crucify that? What the hell does that mean? Lord Shekels. Oh, Jesus Christ. Who else do we have here, for Christ's sake? Flying Bloody Chinks. What the hell? Oh, you asshole. Jesus Christ. I should have known better, man. I should have known better. Give me the damn mic. I should have known better. Anyway, we got Twilly Atkins in the house. We got ND Juicy. What's up? Drink Up San Hambonio. Look, that's not funny. As a matter of fact, you guys are lucky that I even came up here today. Let me look outside this window over here. I mean, it is freaking, dark, man. I mean, we got dark-ass clouds. I mean, what the hell is going on with this weather, all right? I get it. April showers bring May flowers, but where's all the hail coming from? The high winds, the tornadic activity, the squall lines. I mean, I had never seen it this habitual in my life. I don't get it. Anyway, what else do we have here? We got Raiden Snake equals nap time. Look, leave Raiden Snake alone, all right, you ass cracks? Please leave Raiden Snake alone. Good God. Anyway, did I crucify that? Did I Judas that? I mean, can y'all shut up? Jesus got nailed. Oh, you son of a bitch. Jesus, goddamn, what kind of a sick bastard are you, man? What kind of a sick freak are you? Good God, give me the mic. What kind of a sick freak are you to say something like that, man? Tomorrow's Good Friday, man. I'm telling you, you people are going to make me want to take tomorrow off. I ain't even Catholic, all right? My God doesn't even give a crap, all right? So, but I'll take tomorrow off and eat a big-ass steak tomorrow instead, all right there, boy? Jesus Christ, man. Anyway, we are now in the second hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank you very much for tuning in with me. Before we get started, I'd like to ask you, please, spread it around. Spread it around. Spread it around like wildfire. And let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house. And we are live every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And it is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. And, of course, you guys are, you're doing Twitter shout-outs. You get it. You know where to follow me on Twitter and Gab. All right? I can be found on both of those social media under the name Politics Ghost. All one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. Now that we've gotten that all out of the way, let's go ahead and continue. I'm only going to continue with a little bit more of these Twitter shout-outs, and then we're going to move on to something else because you people are becoming a bunch of crap. We got Kingfish. What's going on to Kingfish? Let's continue. Who else we have here? We got, I'm not saying that, Jesus Walks on San Antone. Look, man, that's not funny. I'm serious, man. It looks like it's going to come down out here, and I really don't appreciate it. I don't appreciate it, man. We've got Capitalist Excalibur. What's going on? Butter bombs for Ghost. Yeah, shut up, all right? Butter erection? Butter erection. Son of a bitch. We got Ann and the Wizard. We got United Dental Floss. Jesus Christ, man. Poseidon versus San Antone. Look, I'm not joking around, man. I mean, if it gets a little too rowdy out here in these storms, I'm gonna quit the broadcast, man. I'm not gonna be sitting over here in the middle of these goddamn storms broadcasting to a bunch of unappreciative pricks. I'm serious, man. I'm not gonna be sitting here doing this crap. Anyway, we've got, I'm not going to say this for Christ's sake, a bucket of chicken. What's going on to a bucket of chicken? Enemy with Kanye. What the hell does that mean? We've got Syria for U.S. statehood. What are you talking about? Syria for U.S. statehood? What are you talking about? Coke 1, Pepsi 0. I have to agree with that one, man. I'm sorry. As a matter of fact, I have to take a sip of this Coke here. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Pepsi. I don't know what it is. Maybe they put something in Coke that makes you not like Pepsi. But I can't stand Pepsi, man. Whenever I'm at a restaurant and they're like, no, sir, all we have is Pepsi. I'm like, are you kidding me? Jesus Christ, that tastes like crap. It tastes like crap. What do you have, we have Mountain Dew. Oh, Jesus Christ. And did y'all hear about Mountain Dew? Y'all remember where there was like some court case in which they used some experiment in which they put a dead rat into I guess it was like some kind of bottle of Mountain Dew, and then within like a day or two, it turned the rat into liquid crap or something. Did y'all remember that? Oh, geez. Anyway, you know what? That's enough. Let's continue going. Who the hell else we got? Once again, retweet the first tweet on my Twitter account. And the tweet to retweet is True Capitalist Radio Live. And then after that, we're moving on to Gab after that. We're moving on to Gab. We've got We Don't Need No Education. All right, great. We've got Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew. You know what? Shut up! Mountain Dew. Yeah, okay. Yeah, real funny, you idiots. All right, you know what? That's enough for Twitter shout-outs. You all on Twitter can go shove it straight up your ass. And for you people that are just tuning in, this is what you get, man. When you have an internet broadcast and you try to make it a little interactive, try to get people to, this is what you get. This is what you get, and I'm sick of it. Give me the mic. All right, I'm just sick of it. Makes me sick. Let's get to Gab. All right, maybe we got some different people on Gab. And for you folks that are unaware, I have a Gab account, and the Gab account is Politics Ghost, all one word, no underscores. And if you repost the first post on my Gab account, I will give you a shout out live right here on the broadcast, right here and now. Let's see who we got here. We got Maverick in the house. What's going on to next, Dia? We got Anti-Dem. We've got, I'm not going to say that name. We got Shy Guy Mask, the rookie in the house. We've got Tom. What's going on to Tom? Good to hear from you, man. Good to see you. We got BN King in the place. Kidney stones for Ghost. You know what? F you, man. I mean, look, these are my fans here wishing me all the ill wills. I mean, do you hear this? That's just great. Alpha Null in the house. Heavy Capitalist in the place. Arboribaru, what's going on? We've got, I'm not going to say that stupid name. Corn Blaster in the house. I'm not going to say that. You guys are getting sick with these dumbass names, man. Crucify Raiden now. Can you all please leave Raiden Snake alone, man? Seriously, I'm not joking around. Please leave Raiden Snake alone. Ghost prays to Moloch. I don't pray to Moloch, you moron. No, you're talking about, man. I pray to Moloch. Get the hell out of here. Pray to Moloch. We've got Ghost go suck an Easter egg. Yeah, shut up, you moron, all right? Trump or death in the house. You guys are getting sick with these. Look at Syria gas bill up 56%. What the hell? I mean, what kind of a sick bastard would create these kinds of freak show names, man? Nail Ghost on a wooden cross. Yeah, okay. Jesus Christ. Miami bath salts for distilling. Okay, we got Supa in the place. What's going on with Supa? H2O, yeah. Are you kidding me? That's your name? H2O, yeah. What are you trying to be, the Macho Man or something? Oh, yeah. I'm the Macho Man, Randy Savage, yeah. Anyway, who else we got here? We got Frying Up Florida, whatever the hell that means, for heaven's sake. We've got Happy Birthday Cole Pony. We got Charlie in the Rice Factory. Shut up. You got to make some kind of Vietnam reference. Yeah, that's it. I'm not doing any more of these shout-outs. I can see where all this is going. It's always the same crap, different place. No matter how I do this show every goddamn day, 5 days a week. At 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, Monday through Friday, and it's the same crap, different place. The same crap, different place. Give me the damn man. And I got people saying that, I'm really Macho Man Savage and I faked his death. Shut up. And maybe Macho Man did fake his death. Maybe he did. Maybe he and Elizabeth faked their death so they can be alone in a log cabin somewhere, screwing about 10 times a day. I mean, who knows? You know what I'm saying? Who knows? Oh, yeah, I'm the Macho Man Randy Savage here, and I'm sitting here shut up! Anyway, folks, look, now that we've gotten all that Twitter shout-out crap out of the way, let's go ahead and get to the crux of the matter. Let's go ahead and get into some politics, all right? Because let me tell you something right now, the political scene in America is literally doing a 180 right before our very eyes. Doing a 180 right before our very eyes. And the reason I say this, folks, and I've been talking about this for the past several days, is the disloyalty from folks that in 2016 you would have thought were on board with the Trump train that helped get Trump elected. I mean, these people are now basically just turning their backs on Donald Trump. They're spitting on Donald Trump because of the Syrian strikes. Oh, because of the North Korean conflict. Oh, and now, folks, I don't know if you heard that the United States has dropped the mother of all bombs, folks. I'm talking a bomb that is a step below a nuclear weapon, a 22,000-pound bomb in Afghanistan to basically bomb the hell out of ISIS in Afghanistan, folks, okay? I'm not even joking around. So, once again, I hate to keep reiterating and rehashing this issue, but it bears repeating, and the reason I say so is because I can't believe how many turncoats, I can't believe how many disgusting, despicable vermin that are out here talking out both sides of their mouths. And it's making me sick, to be honest with you. And it's making me turn my perspective. I'm going to be honest with you folks. I try to give humanity the benefit of the doubt. I'm of one who believes that if you give humanity the knowledge, that humanity will be smart enough to be able to gain the knowledge, absorb the knowledge, apply it to their lives, and be able to make things better. But folks, this Trump train betrayal has once again reasserted the fact that you can give humanity everything they want. You can give humanity everything they want. You can tell them that you're going to give them everything they want, and regardless, they are still going to bitch and moan. They're still going to piss and moan. Now, the reason that I bring this up, folks, is because you got a lot of folks out here that are now starting to backtrack the AIDS Skrillex-like meltdowns that they were having during the Syrian strikes. I'm talking about people like the alt-right, the Paul Joseph Watsons, and these kinds of jerk dicks out here. Oh, you know what? I'm no longer on the Trump train. Hey, going to bomb Syria. You're not going to, you bastards. And you see, folks, what really pisses me off is that it's not like Donald Trump is not going to make America great again. It's not like Donald Trump isn't going to lift regulations so that our economy can flourish. It's not as if he's not trying to his utmost ability to move past the gridlock and the bipartisanship, all right, or the lack thereof in Washington to navigate a repeal of Obamacare, to potentially try to move on some tax cuts. I mean, he's doing everything that he has said he was going to do. Now, folks, let me reiterate this one more again, because once again, this foreign policy stuff is going above the pay grades of a lot of people who believe, who think that they are very, very educated, knowledgeable, intellectual, whatever, in the political sphere. Now, once again, folks, it's one thing when you have very staunch type perspectives when it comes to domestic policies. Oh, you could be, I'm pro this and I'm for this in America, and yeah, that's great. Domestic policy issues, I mean, they're pretty much red herrings as it pertains to the federal government. The federal government, to be honest with you folks, it is the master of foreign policy. Now, what is foreign policy? Foreign policy is the idea of creating social structures or future social structures or relationships or geopolitical relationships in which to enhance your own geopolitical prominence in the world stage or to progress any potential dominance that you do have over the world stage. That's what it's all about. Foreign policy creating is all about each and everyone's country being dominant in the world stage. Now, what a lot of people don't understand about foreign policy is that if the United States does what Ron Paul was advocating back in 2008, 2012, if we were to do what Ron Paul was advocating, bring all our troops back, become isolationists, build a freaking wall around the United States, and think that all the madness that's happening all across the world will not afflict us, you've got another thing coming. You've got another thing coming. Just ask the Chinese who tried to do that with the Great Wall of China. I said this yesterday. The Chinese tried to wall themselves up, almost a 6,000-mile wall to wall themselves away from the world, and they could not do it. They were still succumbed to the world's pressures, to the world's temptations, to the world's terrorisms, to the world's brutality. There was no way that they could preserve their way of life. And lest we forget, Confucianism and Chinese culture was dated far beyond any written culture that we know of at this point in time, aside from, the Sumerians and that sort of thing. But what I'm talking about intelligent, civilized culture, oldest intelligent, civilized culture, China. And you see, it was able to be withered away because it didn't want to deal with the outside influences that were potentially influencing its own geopolitical interests. And as a result, you had China basically taken down from the inside out. And not only was China taken out based on their geopolitical interests, but Confucianism, their whole philosophy, their religion, their way of life, their perspective was completely annihilated. So that Great Wall that they took, I don't know how many years to build to try to wall themselves off from the rest of the world didn't work. If anything, what it did was help get the enemy to infiltrate China and to keep Chinese in an infiltrated, subjugated situation. That's what the Great Wall of China did. It helped keep the damn Chinese, who ended up becoming bombed out of their minds during the Opium Wars, secluded and segregated in the Chinese region. So with that being said, the idea that the United States can just kind of sit back and play with its Peter Popper and hope that the wild Yehudis that are in the Middle East will just somehow find, another peaceful type of I don't know what. I don't know what you people think. I mean, don't you understand that this Islamic problem, it's going to be a problem with the world for at least 100 years. There's 1.2 billion Muslims, and I'm not saying that all Muslims are bad. But as I stated, folks, the numbers, if only 10% of 1.2 billion are terrorists, that's over 100 million terrorists floating around the world that are Islam, that use fundamentalist Islam as a means of justifying terrorism, of justifying murdering people, of justifying suppressing people, beheading people, killing children, raping women. I mean, they are fundamentally driven. How do you negotiate with that? How do you negotiate with over 1 billion fanatics? You can't. And you see, this is what foreign policy makers understand. You see, Western civilization, America, Britannia, and I don't know about Europe, man. Europe needs to, it needs to figure out what it's going to do, because I don't know if Europe is going to continue to be Western civilization too much longer. But Western civilization and the foreign policies therein are trying to make a foreign policy so that you could kill 80 birds with one stone by creating a foreign policy in which Western civilization won't be touched by this primitive 10th century perspective of fundamentalist Islam. And you see, folks, that's why we had, over the past 10 years, I should say 15 years, that's why we have had the removal of secularist governments in the Middle East removed. That's why we've had this destabilization in the Middle East, is because what the foreign policy makers of the United States and the West are trying to do is to create a geopolitical area that will act as a theater of combat between the Sunnis and the Shiites. And listen, I know this is very, very hard for people to accept. I know many people out here believe that, we can all hold hands and sing Kumbaya. We can all just negotiate our way into some kind of peace. It's not going to work with over 1 billion Muslims. Okay? And I'm not saying every Muslim is a bad Muslim, is a fundamentalist Muslim, is a Yehudi. But folks, if you've got 10% of a population of 1.2 billion world population of Muslims that are fundamentally fanatical, that's over 100 million fanatics, 100 million terrorists. I mean, that's a humongous, that's a bigger army than I think China has. So, how do you deal with this problem? I tried to say this yesterday. What's your brilliant solution? All of you people that are critical of Trump and the foreign policy, what's your brilliant solution? All I've heard thus far from the people that are hopping off the Trump train is a bunch of autistic screeching that is the equivalent of age Skrillex, social justice warrior crap. That's all I've heard. I have yet to hear one legitimate form of criticism to justify why we shouldn't do anything about the Middle East. And then I'd like to pose the question to you. If we do nothing to the Middle East, what does the Middle East become? What happens to the 1.2 billion Muslims? Now look, I'm not saying all Muslims are fanatical, but let's be honest. The 10% that are fanatical seem to dominate the other 90%. Because if that wasn't the case, the other 90% of Muslims would do everything within their power to stop the 10% from ruining the perception of Islam. And they are not. They are not. They are silent. And silence is consent. Silence is consent. So, I ask you again, how are you going to deal with them? You can't. You can't negotiate with them. You can't bargain with them. So what are you going to do? You have to engage them to some capacity. What are you going to do? You're going to engage them in warfare? You're going to engage 100 million wild Yehudis and a potential 1.2 billion Muslims in some level of holy war? That's ridiculous. All right? That's ridiculous. No, as a foreign policy creator, as somebody who understands international relations and empirical evidence, history, you exploit the schism that's in Islam that has not and has yet or will ever be rectified, and that is Sunni and Shiite. The interpretation of Islam. Now, what is happening right before your eyes, folks, is that once Bashar al-Assad is removed from power, there is going to be a humongous theater of combat between Sunnis and Shiites in this huge area that consists of Syria, parts of Libya, parts of Iraq, maybe even heading into Egypt, going into other parts of the Middle East. This whole geopolitical area is going to be a theater of combat of Yehudis, which is going to draw in Saudi Arabia and Iran into this conflict. Now, what's going to happen is Saudi Arabia and Iran are going to be busy fighting each other. They're going to be thinning off the herd of Muslims amongst each other, and they are going to bankrupt one another, which is the plan, which a lot of you folks can't comprehend because, with all due respect, if it isn't a video game, if it isn't on a Hollywood movie, or if some talking head didn't tell you on a boob tube, you wouldn't understand it. And you see, folks, that's the only way we're going to deal with the fundamentalist Muslim problem that is going to be Western civilization's problem for 100 years unless we create the environment in which we provoke both sides to engage each other. And when we provide the theater of combat in the Middle East for them to engage each other, which is the Holy Land, folks, which is the Holy Land, that's when all these people are going to be killing each other, offing each other, all right? And either one of two things are going to happen. Either one side is going to kill the other, either Shiites are going to win, Sunnis are going to win, and whoever the winner of that fight isn't really going to win, but, let's just say for the sake of argument they do. Or they're going to get so tired of killing each other that they're going to finally look at each other and say, why are we doing this? I don't understand. Why are we killing each other? We are brothers. I don't know why we don't live in peace anymore. I don't get it. I mean, that's pretty much how it is. All right? And not to mention, it's not that Islamic countries understand what's going on. There's many Islamic countries that understand this schism that's within their populations. I mean, Jordan understands it. The UAE understands it. Kuwait understands it. And there's a lot of countries that understand what's going on. And what are they going to do? They're just going to protect their populations, and then once these fundamentalist fanatics kill each other, that's when these Muslim countries that are sitting on the sideline can come in and take whatever they want, because in the end, I mean, we're not trying to nation build anymore, and that's what I want to reassure all of you, that Trump is not a nation builder. Jesus Christ, Trump is not a nation builder. So anyway, I'm just saying this. What is the motive? Okay, let's talk about the motive. Why is everybody hopping off the Trump train? And who is hopping off the Trump train? Well, it's a lot of these alt-right bastards that I've never really liked to begin with. I was the only voice back in 2016 that was questioning the alt-right's infatuation with Russia. Also talking about the alt-right's connections with Russia. Talking about Richard Spencer and Nina Byzantina and Alexander Dugin and the connection with all these damn alt-right pricks. And you see, folks, I think in my view, if you really boil down why exactly the alt-right and these mouthpieces of the alt-right that were all for Donald Trump during 2016, if you really question why these people are jumping off of the Trump train, I personally believe it's because Donald Trump didn't embrace Russia and didn't befriend Vladimir Putin the way that many in the alt-right were infatuated with. I mean, they were infatuated with Vladimir Putin. I mean, I saw many in the alt-right putting KGB in their names, thinking it was a damn joke. I saw people in the alt-right putting pictures of Putin in their profile pictures, putting pictures of pro-Russia propaganda in their goddamn Twitter feeds, for Christ's sake, man. And you see, I never understood this infatuation with Russia, but you see, when you start investigating and you start realizing that Russia may have psyoped the whole goddamn alt-right movement, then you start to realize the true motives of the alt-right. And in my personal view, I think that the alt-right, just based on their actions and their reactions to the Syrian strikes, it shows me, in my opinion, that these people are more concerned and more loyal and more faithful to Russia than they are to the United States of America. And because Donald Trump did not take the co-opting or the psyoping of Russia and its agents in this goddamn country, all of a sudden we see people that were very vocal voices that were pro-Trump during 2016's campaign now all of a sudden just chastise and hate and curse Donald Trump, saying, I'm no longer a part of the Trump train. Oh! And you know something, folks? The only correlation that I can see, because listen, okay, you disagree with the Syrian strikes. You could easily say, I don't think that we should do this. I think that we should focus on this or focus on that. I didn't hear that. I saw the timelines on people that evening on Twitter. I mean, people were autistic screeching. You should have seen Poll, for Christ's sake, on 4chan. It was ridiculous! It was ridiculous! So, anyway, with that being said, folks, I'm just stating that it seems to me that those that hopped off the Trump train that were, quote, alt-right, seem to me have a little bit more loyalty to Russia than the United States. And the proof is the fact that the disdain, the hatred for Trump, and really the only thing that he really hasn't fulfilled was this embedded interpretation that Donald Trump was going to somehow ally with Russia, that Donald Trump was going to go and be chummy with Putin. And that was the biggest misconception throughout the whole goddamn 2016 campaign, and it still was the misconception up until the Syrian strikes. And when the Syrian strikes happened, in my view, they were more concerned about Russia than they were concerned about the United States, about Bashar al-Assad, or anything. As a matter of fact, some of these bastards are now putting pro-Assad garbage on their profile pics. These people are actually trying to propagandize Assad just like they propagandized Putin. I mean, these people, with all due respect, you people on the Trump train that are doing this, you're no different than these leftist pieces of Bernie Sanders, feel the burn in your crotch crap. You're no different than that. So, you know, for all due respect, for all you people that are out here on the alt-right, I think that you're all more loyal to Russia than you are your own country. And I'm glad that Trump triggered you morons to show your true colors. I'm not joking around. I am glad that it shows your true colors, because what are y'all loyal to? What, Putin? some guy that, ripped off $200 billion from his own country, who his own Russian people want out, who now is jailing and killing and gulagging anyone who is in opposition to his communist-style tenure? Is this who you want? Is this who you think is a valiant leader? And another thing, Donald Trump is bitching Putin around the world stage. And that's another thing that seems to irk a lot of the alt-righters, in my view. I mean, how funny, before the inauguration of Donald Trump, Putin seemed to be this big badass that the United States media was putting as this super hacker, super leader, Superman, all this crap. And what did I tell you? I told you that this was all a farce. That Vladimir Putin has no goddamn leverage in his country. He is surviving on borrowed time. This man is a corrupt piece of trash. That's why he has to kill all his opposition, poison the opposition, assassinate the opposition. He fired 10 generals. He's incorporating the Georgian rebels into his military. I mean, give me a break. Give me a break. I'm just stating, and then, who's really, really loyal to this whole Putin to, Russia movement? These white nationalists, these Richard Spencer types, these white nationalists. And you know what Putin did to slap you morons in the face? He acknowledged Jerusalem, East Jerusalem, as the capital of Israel. I mean, not even America has done that, man. Now, what else are your excuses, alt-right? What else are your excuses? I'm telling you this right now. Donald Trump is bitching around Putin around the world stage. I mean, he's bitching him around in Syria. He's co-opted China. You notice you don't hear too much garbage talking from Vladimir Putin other than, I disagree with the Syrian strikes. I disagree. Yeah, great, you disagree. So what? Shut up! Bitching around Putin around the world stage. The United States, what did I tell you when the Syrian strikes happened? What did I tell you? I said that the United States has taken control of the global order. And you are witnessing it right now. Now, I know you folks are probably saying, well, Ghost, I thought that, he was going to fight the globalists. Oh, yeah? How do you expect Donald Trump to fight the globalists? With you? I mean, with the alt-right? Look at what the alt-right has done, the first sign of any kind of dissent. Look at what they did to him. I mean, you mean to tell me you're going to take on the globalists with these types of people that are backing you up? You can't take on the globalists with that. I mean, seriously, man. Take a look at the freaking right, and take a look at it right now. You've got the alt-right coming out with their true communist intentions, all right, and their true pro-Russian intentions, okay? You've got other people that are, mid-right that are like, I don't like this war. I was talking, remove kebab during, 2016. I remember, but I don't want to remove kebab anymore. I don't want to remove kebab. I mean, it's really ridiculous. I'm sorry that I'm going on and on about this, but I'm starting to see that the alt-right and those that were on the alt-right that were supposedly loyal to Donald Trump or have more loyalty to Putin and Russia. And as far as I'm concerned, if we're going to have a Russian inquiry about anything, we should have a Russian inquiry about the alt-right's connection to Russia, in my personal view. I think that is really where the Russian connection lies with whatever this Russia-Trump nonsense that is trying to be conjured via the deep state, the political class, and the mainstream media. I'm not joking around, man. I think that the alt-right has more loyalty to Russia and Putin than the United States of America, and the proof is how these people reacted during the Syrian strikes. how they're reacting now that Donald Trump is bitching Putin around the world stage, man. I'm serious, man. I mean, he is bitching Putin around the world stage. I mean, Donald Trump co-opted China. Okay, let's talk about North Korea. As a matter of fact, folks, we're about to have a preemptive strike on North Korea. Let me go ahead and retweet that. All right, here it is right here. U.S. prepared to launch a preemptive strike against North Korea. So I just retweeted that. Now, why are we doing this? Because, folks, we're doing this because, first of all, this idiot Kim Jong-un is an utter imbecile. We wouldn't even be focusing any attention on this asshole had this guy not continuously be testing nuclear weapons and ballistic missiles and threatening our allies, China and South Korea, and, destabilizing the whole region out there. I'm going to be honest with you. Rex Tillerson tried to throw an olive branch to Kim Jong-un. And instead, Kim Jong-un thought of it was weakness or something, and decided to continue to test ballistic missiles. And the United States, we ain't going to stand for that. We ain't going to stand for that. So as a result, what happened? Well, during the meeting at Mar-a-Lago between President Trump and the Chinese president, a deal was made. And that deal, which is unprecedented, which I don't understand why nobody else is talking about this, that not only is China okay with the United States basically acting in an aggressive capacity to North Korea, but it seems as if China is willing to help mop up North Korea with the United States. I mean, that is unprecedented. That is unprecedented, man. They've got 150,000 Chinese troops amassed at the North Korean border right now. They have officially denied any of the North Korean coal that's imported into China, which enables Kim Jong-un to eat. I mean, this is serious business. I don't understand why this isn't a bigger story. I mean, you're talking about the art of the deal. Donald Trump co-opted the fucking Chinese government, man. I'm serious. I mean, this is unprecedented. I mean, when have you heard post Mao Zedong the Chinese backing up anybody? The Chinese using their military for anybody? I'm telling you this right now. I mean, this is a shift in the global order, and I know that many of you alt-right folks, many of you anti-globalist folks are a little upset, a little angry at this stuff, but I propose to you, what the hell's the alternative, man? What, take on the globalists with people like you backing up the Trump train? Look at how disloyal you pieces of trash were. You people were Benedict Arnolds waiting to backstab the Trump train. You were Benedict Arnolds waiting to backstab this movement, man. I'm serious, man. Look at the disloyalty. So that's why I'm saying, folks, in my view, I think those that were formerly on the Trump train, that were calling themselves alt-right, and, that sort of thing, that now hate Trump, I think it's far deeper than just some Syrian strikes. I think it has 100% to do with the fact that Donald Trump is bitching around Vladimir Putin around the world stage, and that we're not bowing down to Putin like I guess these morons of the alt-right thought Trump was going to do. I guess they thought that Trump was just going to go and kiss the ring of Vladimir Putin, when that is obviously not the case. And now that you've got Trump literally slapping Putin around the world stage, now you've got a bunch of butthurt, autistic, screeching, age Skrillex light alt-right people that are pissing and moaning out here and are talking out both sides of their mouths. And as far as I'm concerned, you all know who you are. You all could piss off and go to the leftists as far as I'm concerned. because it's this type of disloyalty that screws up movements. It's this type of disloyalty that screws up political objectives. And as far as I'm concerned, you all can piss off, you can go to the left, you can move to Russia, you can, suck the chrome up of a 57 Chevy bumper. Well, no, it shouldn't be. You can suck the chrome up of a Joe Vodka bumper out there in Russia, all right? I'm not joking around. I'm not joking around. You all can go to Russia and go kiss Putin's ass for all I care. You all are a bunch of pieces of crap. All right? I'm not joking. You people are all a bunch of pieces of crap. I'm telling you, throughout 2016, you guys, yeah, Trump train, yeah, whip the Trump, yeah. Then one Trump bitch slaps Putin around the world stage. No, that's not fair. We wanted to be down with Russia. We wanted to be down with Putin. Yeah. Look, I'm going to stand by my prognostication, okay? Vladimir Putin will not make it out of 2017 alive. And the reason is, it's not going to be because of anybody else but the people of Russia themselves. They do not want this loser as their freaking leader anymore. The only people that can't comprehend that are the people in the alt-right. I mean, assholes. There is an uprising in Russia that is being suppressed by Putin right now with gulag-type arrests, with murders of innocent people who are just dissenting against Vladimir Putin's communist authoritarian reign. I mean, this is an idiot whose time is numbered. And I guarantee it, look, mark my words, Vladimir Putin will die before 2017. And if, and only if he doesn't, it's because he escaped at least several different assassination attempts. And even if he does escape those assassination attempts, I think he's going to be poisoned. They're going to get to him, man. I'm not joking. He has screwed way too many people in his own country. I mean, you can't take away the freedom of the press. You can't take away economic freedom. You can't be a goddamn commie like Vladimir Putin has been for the past about 7 or 8 years. You can't do that and then just put $200 billion in your pocket of Russia's people's money. I mean, you understand? You just can't do that without somebody saying something about it. You know what I mean? And the Russian people are, and that's all there is to it. And that's another reason why the foreign policy makers know that they can bitch Putin around the world stage. You don't think that they know the stuff I'm telling you? You don't think that the foreign policy makers know that Russia, it's just basically hanging on by strings? You don't think that the foreign policy makers know that Putin is hated by his own deep state? I mean, he's got to kill a person a week to stay in power. He's got to, put people that are in his own FSB into gulag jails to stay in power. He's got to remove generals to stay in power. You don't think that the foreign policy makers knew about this, that were a part of the Trump administration? Give me a break. This is a new structuring of the global order. If you don't like it, well, then go piss off. That's how I look at it. If you don't like it, piss off. What did I say was going to happen when the capitalists took control of state power? I said when the capitalist right took control of state power that we were going to assert ourselves on the world stage. Did or did I not say that? I said it. And that's exactly what we're doing now. We're asserting ourselves on the world stage. The capitalists have not just only taken control of state power in the United States, we've taken control of the global order. And the proof is in the restructuring of the global order, the nullification of international bureaucratic institutions. I mean, you understand, folks, the globalists, the New World Order, a component of their elitism was bureaucratic international institutionalists, like the United Nations, like the bureaucrats in the European Union. All these international bureaucracies, That was a faction of the elite. And then they want another faction of the elite to be the bankers. These central bank assholes who have just basically manipulated economies by continuously printing out fiat currency for no effing reason. And you see, folks, the capitalists who have now taken control of the global order, we don't want bureaucrats to be a part of the global elite. We don't want the banksters to be a part of the global elite. You understand? The capitalists have now taken control, and we are reestablishing what the elite is in this globe. And it ain't going to be no goddamn bureaucrats, and it ain't going to be no goddamn banksters. I'll tell you that right goddamn now. So look, I make no apologies for what Trump is doing. I make no apologies for what the capitalist right and the capitalist revolution is doing on a global scale. I make no apologies because I told you this was going to happen. You can look back in my archives for years. I told you that once we took control of state power, that you people would rue the day. You people would rue the day that you took the taxpayer for granted. You people would rue the day that you decided to go and become a bunch of ungrateful socialist pricks and use and abuse the taxpayer system and put us into $20 trillion in debt. I said that you people would rue the day that you rubbed it in the capitalist faces for collecting welfare and food stamps and entitlements when you people are well-bodied individuals to go out and work. I said that all this was going to come to pass, and it has come to pass. So I make no apologies for what Trump is doing. As a matter of fact, I applaud what Trump is doing, because what Trump is doing he's asserted the capitalist in a capacity that is long overdue. Long overdue! And let me tell you something, it's our world now. It's the capitalists' world now. And if you don't like it, well, then you get on the side of George Soros and the bureaucrats then, because they're the only ones that's going to save you now. I'm not going to sit over here and make no goddamn apologies for the capitalists taking control of the world, because that's what we're supposed to do. We're not going to sit here and wait for things to happen. We went out and we made things happen. And now that people are going to get their panties in a bunch because it isn't the way they wanted, oh, well, it's not the way that I wanted. You know, it's not the way that I wanted, so I don't like it. Well, you know what? What are you going to do about it? I mean, seriously, man. I hear a lot of people talking a lot of mess. What the hell are you going to do about it? You're not going to do nothing, so shut up. You know how much work, how much time, how much effort, how much patience the capitalists have had to get and attain this position, for Christ's sake? And what, you think that a bunch of stupid alt-right faggots are going to come around and going to ruin it for us? Screw you! You ain't ruining shit! You think you're going to come and ruin it for us? Screw you! We don't need you! We don't need you! I'm sick of this crap! This is our time now! This is the capitalist time! I told you! I told all of you for years! I told you this day would come! I told you! But yeah, you know what you did? Give me the mic. Give me the mic. Yeah, but you know what you did? You went around and you were like, yeah, whatever, Ghost, okay. I'm going to keep collecting my food stamps. Yeah, Ghost, you know what? I'm going to keep collecting, yeah. Yeah, well, you know what? Look at you now, huh? You're going to have to go back to work. You're going to have to go back to work, and you're going to like it. I told you this was coming. So all you people that hopped off the Trump train, piss off. Go to the left. We don't need you on the capitalist right. Do you understand? Yeah, if you want to criticize Trump's foreign policy, that's one thing. But, man, I saw you dumb, stupid, autistic, screeching pieces of goddamn social justice warrior, repetitious pieces of trash. I saw y'all on the timelines on Twitter. You pieces of garbage were acting as if you were aged Skrillex on freaking crack. You were acting like Carl the Cuck, for heaven's sake. I mean, I didn't see any criticisms. I saw nothing but a bunch of crying ass, autistic, screeching bunch of pussies. Well, that's what I saw. So go to the left, all right? All y'all that hopped off the Trump train, we don't need you. Get the hell out of here. We don't need you. We don't want you. Why don't you go over there and go hang out at Comet Ping Pong Pizza where you belong, all right? I'm not just... Get the hell out of here! Get out! Yeah, go hang out with Podesta, you goddamn sons of bitches. Get out of here! Hey, listen, I mean, that's all there is to it. That's all there is to it. Go out there with Podesta. Go out there with Comet Ping Pong, you pieces of garbage. Get out of here. All right, this is grown folks' business now. All right, y'all, your simplicity can't comprehend the absolute complexity that is the grand chessboard. All right? That's as simple as that. That's as simple as that. And now, look, I've got people, they're crying now. People that are former alt-right. They're like, oh, screw you guys, F you, ah. Yeah, you know why? Because I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the truth. You're a bunch of leftists. You're a bunch of liberal lunatics. Huh? I mean, that's what I'm saying. So just go to the left. We don't want you. You understand? We don't want disloyal pricks. We don't want anal object aficionados who are tickling their ass cracks while, subtly wanting to be a part of the left. I'm just saying, I don't want any of you ever to be on the side of the Trump train after today. You people that disrespected the Trump train, everything that we've done, all the energy, all the things that we did to get this man elected, one thing he did wrong in your eyes, I don't think he did wrong. I think he asserted himself as the leader of the globalist order. And that's why everybody is scrambling all over the globe, because they don't know what America's going to do. They don't know what Trump's going to do. You don't hear people talking garbage about America anymore, do you, boy? Huh? Yeah, you don't hear Iran talking garbage right now, do you? You don't hear any of these goddamn countries talking garbage. You want to know why? Because they may be next. And let me tell you something else. If we send troops into any theater of combat, we're going to send those troops to kill. You understand? We ain't going to hold their hands back like we've done for the past 30 years in warfare. We're going to send those sons of bitches out to shoot to kill. We're not going to be sitting over here playing no goddamn political correct wars out here. We're going to be kicking ass. All right? We're going to be sending the best of the best over there to kick some goddamn ass. I'm not going to be sitting over here being an apologist for anything. Are you kidding me? I fully support what Donald Trump is doing. I always have, always will. That's why I came back and did this broadcast. I am ride or die with Donald Trump. Do you understand that? because this is the capitalist revolution that I have been talking about for goddamn years. And it's happening, and it's a beautiful sight, and I am glad to be as intricately a part of it as I truly am. And I'm not just talking about this show either, folks. I'm not just talking about this show either. I am glad that I am integral in what has transpired to be the capitalist revolution. And now we're taking that capitalist revolution worldwide, baby. We're taking it worldwide. Anyway, we are now in the third and final hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, I want to thank you very much for tuning in with me. Before we get started, please spread around like wildfire and let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house. And we are live, like I said, every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast, and it is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. And, of course, if you have not done so, please follow me on Twitter and Gab. Gab, of course, is the Twitter alternative, all right? And I am on both of those social media networks under the name Politics Ghost. All one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. Now that we gotten all that out of the way, I'm sorry for being so long-winded on this subject, folks, but you got to keep repeating stuff in today's America. Or if not, it's like these people who give you that four-eyed stare, like, I don't get it. I don't get it. So you got to just continuously say it and say it over and over and over again, all right? Now, look, now that we've talked all about this alt-right stuff and all that, let me go ahead and continue on with the broadcast. I just wanted to get my point across that I believe that the reason that we're seeing so much disdain from former folks that were on the Trump train is because, in my view, this infatuation with Russia and Putin is finally starting to unearth itself into what their loyalty truly is. And in my view, it seems that the loyalty of the alt-right and many of those that are no longer on the Trump train is with Russia and Putin as opposed to America and Trump. And the proof is in the actions. Because I've always said, folks, actions speak louder than words, baby, all right? Actions speak louder than words. Anyway, let's talk a little bit about the alt-right and Stephen Bannon. Now, folks, have you heard about what the alt-right is planning on doing? Because Stephen Bannon is seemed to be sidelined because, well, let's be honest, Stephen Bannon was an ideologue that really didn't have any true plan in combating the opposition that he was going to have in an attempt on trying to implement his ideological foreign policy. I think that there was a lot of discord and dissent within the Trump administration in the beginning because of Bannon trying to assert certain ideological principles. But in the end, it didn't work out because, as I stated, Bannon just is an ideologue. He had no means for which to manifest his ideological perspective into reality. And you see, that's what many people on the alt-right don't understand. Many people on the alt-right thought that once Donald Trump was elected president, that Donald Trump was going to, through osmosis and magic and through the power of, I don't know, his authority, all right, that he was going to magically remove people, that he was going to magically put in people, that he was going to somehow I don't know, remove the bad in the deep state while at the same time create some sort of congealed togetherness of those in the Congress to, taking on the globalists to, all this expectation that many in the damn alt-right had. And it wasn't going to happen because, with all due respect, the alt-right had no loyalty. Had no loyalty. And the proof is in the situation that we find ourselves in currently in the Trump train. And the situation that we're finding ourselves in is that many within the Trump train are just, for whatever reason, they just... I don't know. I don't get it. The only thing I could surmise is that they care about Russia and Putin more than they care about our country. I cannot think of any other reason why. I can't think of it. I can't think of why people were so goddamn dedicated to Donald Trump during the 2016 campaign. And, we did so much to try to get this man elected, and that one thing that this man does that is in disagreement with whatever, with these alt-righters, all of a sudden Donald Trump is a piece of crap. All of a sudden Donald Trump is some bad guy, and all of a sudden Donald Trump is some jerk off or something of that nature. Come on, man. Come on, man. I'm just saying, man, I'm not going to let you people live this down, all right? I'm not. You people have opened my eyes to realize that you can give people everything you want. You can give people everything. You can give them the knowledge. You can give them food. You can give them money. You can give them whatever. They're never going to be satisfied because in the end, unless they have actually went out and manifested and did something that has progressed themselves, progressed mankind, progressed their society, they don't get it. All right? They don't get it. They just think that because they mouth off a bunch of crap that people are just supposed to care. You got to be able to manifest things into reality, folks. That's why I was always certain that the capitalists were going to take control of state power, and that the capitalists were going to take control of the global order. And we've done that. We've done that. We've proven that we are the government at this point in time. Now, with that being said, I don't want to go back into that, but the alt-right, take a look at this jerk-off, Jack Prosebic, or whatever the hell his name is. This idiot, all right, here we go. Let me go ahead and retweet this. He is launching KeepBannon.com, and he's planning on having a Keep Bannon rally in Washington, D.C., April 15th. April 15th to keep Stephen Bannon. Now, I'd like to ask, what is it exactly that Stephen Bannon has done that justifies such a rally, such a protest to keep Stephen Bannon in? I'll tell you what it is, folks. It has nothing to do with foreign policy. It has nothing to do with what Stephen Bannon did in a domestic policy. It has everything to do with this, is the fact that if Stephen Bannon is no longer a part of the Trump administration, that means that these, quote, independent alternative media are no longer going to be taken serious. And, to be honest with you, I don't think they should anymore. And look, I'm not trying to sound like some sellout or anything to that capacity, but I really hate when you have people that were integral in creating the reality of a Trump presidency via the alternative media, then all of a sudden flip their script and then decide to completely go against what Donald Trump is doing because of one foreign policy decision. And what gets me is that, what did you people think? Did you people think that Stephen Bannon was feeding Donald Trump foreign policy? Are you kidding me? Let's be honest. I don't get what the alt-right's infatuation with keeping Stephen Bannon is, other than the fact that they know that if Stephen Bannon is no longer a part of the Trump administration, that's it for the alternative media. I mean, take a look at Cernovich. Take a look at Alex Jones. Take a look at Paul Joseph Watson. All these characters that were so staunch pro-Trump, now that he's done something that, for whatever reason, they disagree with, all of a sudden, I mean, they hate Trump. They're off the Trump train. I mean, give me a break. They're pro-Stephen Bannon. Can somebody explain to me why, other than the fact that the alternative media is probably scared that the proximity of their alternative media to Trump is going to wither away once Stephen Bannon is no longer a part of the administration? Why exactly are they, the alt-right, gathering in Washington, D.C. this Saturday and basically trying to have a pro-Steve Bannon rally? I mean, that doesn't even make any sense, man. But hey, this is the alternative media, huh? This is the alternative media. Yeah, hey, look, I mean, somebody tweeted at me, Baked Alaska also wants to keep Bannon. Yeah, you know what? Who cares about Baked Alaska? That son of a bitch used to work for BuzzFeed. Now all of a sudden he's Mr. Right-Winger. You understand? Get the hell out of here. These people are wolves in sheep's clothing, and I'm sick of them, all right? You alt-right pricks, get the hell out of the Trump train, all right? We don't want you. We don't need you. You people talk out both sides of your mouths. You're a bunch of disloyal pricks, and we don't want you. So go out and have your goddamn Stephen Bannon rally. No one's going to care. No one's going to goddamn care. Give me a break, man. I mean, Jesus Christ. Can somebody explain to me what Stephen Bannon has done to justify this type of uproar? Can somebody explain that to me? What exactly, and what decision did Stephen Bannon make for this to be such a prevalent issue in the Trump administration? There is none. You can't name one. You can't name one other than the fact that if Stephen Bannon is no longer a part of the Trump administration, assholes like Cernovich, assholes like Lucien Wintrich, assholes like Milo Yiannopoulos, assholes like goddamn Alex Jones, they will not be relevant in the Trump administration. I'm serious. So, that's all I'm saying, folks. I mean, I know people are out here probably getting a little butthurt. I know there's folks out there that are now claiming to still be on the right wing of political perspectives that are now against Trump. You are not the right wing. You are a part of the left. So go out with Antifa, all right? To be honest with you, if it were up to me, y'all would get helicopter rides. I'm not even joking around. I'm not even joking. I mean, at least the left. I mean, when they come at us, at least we know they're coming at us from the left. But when you got these pieces of garbage that are integrated in the Trump train, they were always a bunch of leftist pieces of trash, but that were just trying to show us a face so that they could somehow integrate themselves into us for whatever political or personal purposes. Helicopter rides for their ass. Do you understand? Free helicopter rides for turncoats! Free helicopter rides for disloyal pricks! I'm telling you, if it were up to me, man, you get a free helicopter ride. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, once again, Putin and Assad say the chemical attack was 100% fabrication. I told you it was 100% fabrication before the goddamn Syrian strikes. I told you and tweeted out videos showing how the media fabricates attacks and chemical attacks and stages uprisings and that sort of thing. It's all a bunch of crap. But you see, what you people don't understand is that the deep state, in conjunction with the media, was the one that pushed this narrative on the American people. And let me explain this one more again. The intention of the deep state and the media pushing this chemical attack narrative was to undermine Trump. They didn't expect for Trump to react in the capacity that he reacted. They expected Trump not to do anything about it. Or better yet, They were expecting Trump to say that the goddamn gas attacks or the chemical attacks were fake or phony, reinforcing the conspiracy theorist notion that clouds the Trump administration because of his goddamn connection with Alex Jones and Breitbart. So with all due respect to all you folks, I know that it was a fake goddamn chemical attack. All right, Bashar al-Assad knows, so does Putin. The problem is that Joe Sixpack in America doesn't know, nor do they have the time, effort, or energy to be explained why it is a false flag attack. And you see, that's what you people don't understand about political science. It's not about what you think. It's not about what you believe. It's about what the people believe. And if you have the ability to make the people believe anything, then it's the truth. I mean, Hitler said that the bigger the lie, the more people will believe it. And you see, take a look at this big whopping lie that the media, in conjunction with the deep state, sold Joe Sixpack via this Syria chemical attack. You understand? And they were expecting Trump not to do anything about it. And what was the intention was that when Trump did nothing about the Syrian chemical attacks, that the lamestream media was going to harp on the fact that Trump is soft, Trump is weak, Trump is pro-Russia, Trump is pro-terrorist, Trump doesn't care about kids dying with chemicals, blah, 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 blah. And that was going to be used to try to get Trump out of office. Instead, what happened was Trump killed two birds with one stone. Trump said, okay, they want me to take the bait with this Bashar al-Assad thing. Okay, I'll go ahead and do that. What he did was he informed Russia prior to the Syrian strikes. He actually had the Chinese president wait for an hour as he was given the command to bomb Syria in Mar-a-Lago. I'm just saying. I am just saying, for Christ's sake, all right? So with that being said, folks, I mean, I am just trying to show you that foreign policy and how it's created is way different from the way you think. You see, Trump, when coming into power, he didn't have true power. He had to take power. Just because he was elected president, take a look at the different intelligence agencies that were trying to take him down. Take a look at the people within the political class system that were trying to take him down. Take a look at the lamestream media who was trying to take him down. He didn't have any goddamn power. He had to take power. And you see, by him striking Syria, and let's be honest, they were pretty much cosmetic strikes. I mean, they weren't intended to do any kind of serious damage to anything other than Hezbollah positions. And you see, that's another thing that the deep state didn't anticipate. The deep state didn't anticipate that they were going to fake this chemical attack, show it on the lamestream media, and that they would hope Trump would either bomb Assad to kill him, put troops on the ground to invade, but he didn't. He basically cosmetically, surgically struck targets that were integrated pockets of Hezbollah, while at the same time taking out meaningless runways and that sort of thing. It was pure show. But it did show the world that Trump is willing to throw tomahawks at a whim if he feels as if the national security of America is at risk. And then he went from that to the North Korean situation. Why did he go to the North Korean situation? Because he made a deal with China. He co-opted China. That's why you got China. It looks as if the Chinese are going to help take out Kim Jong-un. They got 150,000 soldiers at the North Korean border. They have threatened North Korea. So I mean, that is unprecedented, man. I have never seen a president do something like that in a short period of time. Co-opt the freaking country of China? I'm serious. I'm not joking around. I mean, he co-opted the country of China. They may or may not do our dirty work, baby. I mean, I'm not joking around. They may or may not do our dirty work. Either way, it is unprecedented that China is not only condoning this, but is even warning North Korea that, hey, look, you use nukes, we use nukes. All right? So don't mess around. The Americans are, quote, not joking. I'm telling you, it's good to know that America is being respected around the international community nowadays, for Christ's sake. Anyway, let me move on to the next subject matter. We're running out of time here. While Republicans sit on their thumbs, Congress's approval rating has dropped to 20%. Yeah, no kidding. No kidding, folks. And you see, this is why I know that the Trump train, right off the bat, was somewhat, how can I put it, was not necessarily fully on board. I mean, there's not many people that are fully on board the Trump train like I am. I mean, I'm broadcasting every day. Not to mention, I'm doing all kinds of operations that are unbeknownst to people that are listening to my broadcast. And hence the reason why I am the prognosticator of prognosticators when it comes to these types of things. But at the same time, when we won the election, I'm talking the Trump train, many on the Trump train decided that, oh, well, that's it. I can just go back, play my video games. I can go back and become a stupid loser and watch cartoons all day. That's what I can do now. And I don't have to participate in the political process any longer. And that's why Congress is not doing a damn thing. Because Congress knows that once the election cycle is over, that many of you people neglect your political responsibility that's accorded a government that's made for the people and by the people. And that's why you've got Congress sitting on their thumbs. That's why they're not rushing health care, and they're not rushing the repealing of Obamacare. They're not rushing the tax cuts. They're not rushing the infrastructure bill, folks, because they know you aren't going to say anything about it. You're not going to do anything about it. You understand? I'm not joking around. You are not going to do anything about it. So as a result, what's happening? You've got the freaking political class doing whatever it can to try to prevent Trump from passing these initiatives, from passing repealing Obamacare, from passing the tax cuts. And what are you all doing about it? Nothing! You're not writing your congressman. You're not tweeting your congressman. You're not Facebook posting your congressman. You need to do it en masse. Do you understand? That's the objective of political science. When masses amounts of people start asking for a single subject, that is when the damn system cracks. The system cracks when there's masses around a given policy. But you see, once Trump was inaugurated, that was it. Many people were like, oh, Trump's elected now. Now I can go wax my care at the cartoons now. That's what I can do now. I'm telling you, folks, I mean, it's the truth. I mean, that's why Congress is not doing a damn thing. They're playing it safe, if you want my view. They don't want to ruff the feathers of their constituency in the 2018 election. There's a lot of people in Congress that are up for re-election in 2018, and they don't want to push forth some controversial policy that could potentially cost them their seats in 2018. That's what it's all about. That's why they're not doing a damn thing. That's why we, those of us on the capitalist right, those of us on the Trump train, we have to en masse tweet at these sons of bitches, call these sons of bitches, email these sons of bitches on a singular subject. We need to tell them we want a repeal of Obamacare. We've got to tell them we want the tax cuts. We've got to demand that we want the infrastructure bill, and we've got to do it en masse. If we don't do it, then they're not going to do anything. Just take a look at their lackadaisical approach right now in Washington, D.C. Take a look at it. And that's because they know that you're not political. They know that, in aggregate, the majority of people are not political. So that's why they're not out here trying to initiate these initiatives like tax cuts and repeal of Obamacare and infrastructure bills. And whenever they see these polls that congressional approval is down to about 20%, they don't care. They don't care what the people have to say, because they don't need to answer to you. They just need to go to their districts and have enough people go to the polls so that they can get reelected and continue their ridiculousness in Washington, D.C. That's all it comes down to. Anyway, folks, once again, Republicans, while they're sitting on their thumbs, congressional approval drops to 20%. Aww. Anyway, let's talk a little bit about Canada, shall we? Now, Canada, folks, is poised to approve a law legalizing marijuana nationwide. I mean, what is Canada trying to do? Canada, you've got Justin Trudeau saying, "Hey, all you guys over there in America, why don't you come over here, eh? All you illegal immigrants over there in America, come on over here, eh? Come on over here to Canada, eh? We'll go ahead and take care of you, dude." I mean, you got Justin Trudeau opening up the borders, letting every Tom, Dick, and Jose into Canada, and now what? You're going to legalize pot? You're going to legalize marijuana nationwide for recreational use? Well, hell, I mean, you know, why don't we just send our riffraff just like Mexico did to us? Why don't we just send our riffraff to Canada? I mean, I'm serious. I mean, I think this is a very good, ample opportunity since Justin Trudeau is being so hospitable. It's a very, very good opportunity to just kind of send these morons to Canada so they can get bombed out of their minds with recreational marijuana. They can go out and get some entitlements from the Canadian government. I think this is great. I mean, hey, are you a pothead that sits on your goddamn mama's couch all day and smokes? Well, then why don't you be a real man and go to Canada? How about that? They'll hook you up with free everything, all right? You just walk right across the border. You can just walk right across the border, according to Trudeau, and just go in there, and now they're going to have legalized marijuana. I mean, give me a break. Give me a break. And some of the Canadians in the inner circle chat were like, I don't see many people that are carrying around tacos. It's a bunch of Somalians out here. We got a lot of Somalians. And speaking of Somalians, I read on the Drudge Report today that Donald Trump is going to send about 4,000 Somalians back to the areas of Africa, you know what I mean? Where they belong, where they came from. So bye-bye to the Somalians. And you know what I call them? Like, you know, these African type of, tribal type of peeps, whenever I see them, like, walking down the street. There's a bunch of them out here in San Antonio, too. I'm not joking around. They got the whole African, you know, kind of Somalian garb and stuff. You know, I'm serious. I mean, it's almost as if they have their own soundtrack while they're walking. It's like they're coming out of Africa. Get it away, get it away, get it away, get it away. Anyway, I always say that, like, they're called Mumbukus. You know, Mumbukus? Because, listen, I'm going to be honest with you, okay? I mean, what if we were to send somebody like, I don't know, some tattooed moron that's out here? Who's a tattooed idiot that's some rock star? It's like if we sent them to the Mumbuku land, all right? And they're all tatted up, and, you know, they look like a bunch of freak shows and stuff. What do you think the Mumbukus would say to that son of a bitch? They'd be like, oh, no, I forgot. I mean, they'd be laughing. They'd be like, I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, why are they coming over here? Why don't we give them some blue jeans and, a T-shirt? I mean, why are they still in the Mumbuku garb? I don't get it. Anyway, once again, I was talking a little bit about how Canada is poised to approve a law legalizing marijuana nationwide. So, man, it looks like we're, Canada is going to have some northern lights all night long, baby. You know what I'm saying? And a little bit of northern lights, huh? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Ah, you pothead, I knew it! Anyway, let's just go ahead and get to the final subject matter at hand. And the final subject matter I want to discuss, folks, is digital radio. And the reason I'm bringing this up, folks, is because I've seen a couple of articles stating that right now, as we speak, you are listening to the golden age of digital radio, is what they're calling this right now. So everybody who's listening to this broadcast, you are in the golden age of digital radio. And because you've got so many folks now preferring to go on the internet to obtain their radio listening needs, FM radio is starting to look as if it may be just something of the past. And I strongly advise that we should, because I think FM radio is the biggest joke of all time. I cannot go on FM radio without some station or stations, plural, playing the same goddamn songs over and 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 over again. And if they're not doing that, they're playing these piss-poor, disgustingly produced goddamn advertisements. I'm sick of FM radio. All right, FM radio sucks. The talent on there sucks. The music on there sucks. The commercial on there sucks. All right? I mean, I think that we should just go and eliminate FM radio and utilize the frequencies that were once used for FM radio for something better. Why don't we use those frequencies for, like, I don't know, internet technology or cellular technology, or use those FM bands for something else? I mean, the hell with using it for a bunch of dumbass, ridiculous FM radio stations. This is the 21st century, all right? I mean, everybody has a cell phone, all right? As a matter of fact, cell phone towers are plethora, all right? I mean, there's always going to be a line of sight from a cell phone tower to some capacity. Everyone's going to have the accessibility of the internet. Digital is here to stay. And not to mention, you don't have to hear about 15 minutes of goddamn advertisements every time you listen to the damn digital radio. So, folks, in my view, I think this is a breath of fresh air that right now, as I'm speaking today, they are calling this the golden age of radio. Golden age of radio, folks. So I'm telling you, you are ahead of the curve once again. Once again. Let's go ahead and talk about some of the data that this article talked about as it pertains to radio and digital radio. Data suggests that just over half of the people between the ages of 15 and 24 listen to live radio, compared to 88% of the people over 55. So that means that there is a huge discrepancy of older people listening to radio as opposed to younger people listening to radio. I can attribute to this because the Blog Talk Radio folks give us a breakdown, or give me a demographic breakdown on what exactly is listening to the broadcast. And I do have more women than men that listen to this broadcast, believe it or not. And the main demographic, according to the sampling in which Blog Talk Radio has given me, that the majority, or the mean age that listens to this broadcast in the majority is between the ages of 30 to 44 years old. Believe it or not. I couldn't believe it. I thought it was a bunch of kids over here. I got a bunch of guys that are, 30 to 44. What is that? That's like Generation X, right? Isn't that Generation X? Yeah, isn't that the time where, you guys were listening to grunge and crap, you were listening to freaking Nirvana, and Pearl Jam and all that? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's the main demographic. So anyway, once again, folks, I'm just simply stating that I like digital radio. I like the fact that the FCC doesn't have any goddamn overbearing on the content for which internet radio is produced. I like the fact that there's a freedom aspect to internet radio. Internet digital radio allows people to take radio with them wherever. You can go on a road trip and listen to internet radio. You could go in the air, all right, from country to country and still listen to internet radio. You can take internet radio with you in a Bluetooth earpiece while you're at an event and still listen to internet radio. That's what I love about the podcast that I produce. I mean, it is such a mobile piece of content for which I produce. You can listen anywhere. You can take a Bluetooth little earpiece, listen, while at the same time looking like you're paying attention to whatever you're at the in real life present time. I mean, you can listen to it on your cell phone. You can listen to it anywhere on your computer. It's beautiful, man. It's freedom, baby. Freedom. That's what I love about podcasts. That's what I love about broadcasting. It's freedom. Anyway, folks, once again, I truly hope that this is the end of terrestrial radio. Because I'm disappointed in terrestrial radio. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm disappointed in it. I listen to some of the morning shows out here in San Antonio. What a joke. I mean, I cannot believe the kind of garbage people are listening to out here in FM morning radio. They got some guys out here by the name of Billy Madison in the morning. I'm not even joking. Yeah, I know Billy Madison. They ripped off the stupid Adam Sandler. Don't ask. I don't know. But all these guys talk about is perverted sexual garbage. I'm not joking around. I mean, what was the guy talking about? He was talking about how he was having anal sex with some chick. I'm not joking. This is talked about in morning radio, okay? He was talking about how he was having anal sex with some chick, all right, and he didn't wear any kind of condom or whatever. Then when he took out his penis, for a lack of a better term, there was a piece of corn on the tip of his penis, and that from now on he's not going to have anal sex because of that. I'm not joking around. That's what they're talking about on goddamn morning radio out here. I'm not joking. This is goddamn talk radio talent now, and I think it needs to stop. I think it needs to end, for Christ's sake. I'm not joking around. You know what? In the same show, okay. Listen. I was in the car. I'm cruising around. I was looking for. I got to do a lot of things in the morning, especially when it comes to my brick mortar businesses and things of that nature. So, I like to go, cruise around, get something to eat, take the wife out, get some breakfast, that sort of thing. And in the same conversation, these assholes are talking about. I'm not joking. This is in the morning. I'm just telling you what's on FM in the morning. They're talking about uncircumcised penises and whether or not women like them or don't like them. And they were taking calls from women, and many of them were saying that they do not like uncircumcised penises. And the reason is because there's somewhat of a cottage cheese sanitation problem. I mean, good deal. I mean, I'm not joking, man. I'm not joking. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. I'm not joking, folks. I was listening to this broadcast. You had women calling up,
and they were like, I don't like, doing like a oral copulation with somebody who's uncut. I don't like it 'cause it's dirty and it stinks and there's cottage cheese down there.
I mean, I'm not even joking around, man. I'm not even joking around. I'm not joking. And you know what? You know what else? They were trying to find a woman who did like servicing uncircumcised, penises. And the woman who did say, like, look, okay, I understand about, she said, mouth hug, which is, very interesting term. I'd never heard of that. I understand no mouth hugs, but if you're going to give mouth hugs to an uncircumcised penis, you have to give them a shower first. You gotta go in there and you gotta wash it first. I'm like, are you kidding? Why am I listening to this? Why do I care about this? This is morning radio. This is freaking God. Oh my God. It's gross, man. It's disgusting. Give me the goddamn... I mean, it's disgusting. I mean, you have these women. I mean, they were more than willing to call up and talk about their experiences with uncircumcised penises. I'm not even joking around. I'm not even joking around. I mean, one woman was like, it was a real small penis, and it was uncircumcised, and it was like the grossest looking thing. It looked like a balloon that hasn't been blown up yet. It was gross. I'm like, man, what? Why do you have to give me these visuals? Why? And this is a morning talk show. This is a morning talk show, man. You know what? I'm done. All right, I'm done with talking about this. Anyway, once again, if you're listening right now to this broadcast, you are listening to the golden age of digital radio. So congratulations, folks. Congratulations, all right? Anyway, folks, let's go ahead and wind up the show, and let's go ahead and get to everybody's favorite part of the broadcast, and I'm talking about Radio Graffiti! That's right, folks. Radio Graffiti, the part of the broadcast where the spectators become a part of the spectacle. All you got to do is give me a call right now at 516-453-9903, and when I call on your area code, you've got exactly 3 to 4 seconds to say whatever it is that's on your mind. That's why we call this Radio Graffiti. And before I get into anything else, I'd like to remind everybody that on Saturday, the Saturday Night Troll Show, 5:30 p.m., yours truly hosts it. I hope to see you there. And not to mention, folks, we're actually going to have another extra 30 minutes. I'm looking at the My Kids merch, and it looks like we need about 9 more to make it a full 3-hour show for the Saturday Night Troll Show. So if you want to partake in it, go ahead right now, buy some My Kids merch by typing in your browser right now, ghost.market. All right, ghost.market, baby, all right? And once again, another 9 more sold. We have 3 official full hours of the Saturday Night Troll Show this Saturday night. Anyway, engineer, do we got any goddamn Radio Graffiti calls to be had? All right. Well, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get to some Radio Graffiti calls right now. How about anonymous Radio Graffiti? Let's just go ahead and get to everybody's favorite part of the broadcast, and I'm talking about Apple Bloom says the darndest things.
Hi, Ghost. I'm Apple Bloom. I'm trying a new drink for the first time today. What was it called again? Johnny Walker, Second Harvest. Oh, yeah. Alrighty. Oh, yeah. Tastes like pork. brony pass.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, I'm getting infested by bronies, for Christ's sake! Man, you know what, man? Let me tell you something. I have been freaking followed around by bronies for since 2010. All right, since 2010, I've been followed around by freaking bronies. It's 2017! Good God, give me the mic. Give me the mic! The freaking damn mic. Jesus Christ. Anonymous Radio Graffiti. We've got pylons. Radio Graffiti. It will be legal in Texas to shoot Eminem.
Stop right there, criminal scum.
I will do the time. Yes! Yes! I'm going to become Mr. Black People.
Ready to get fucked.
Uh-oh. You know what? That's a BS splice. Let me tell you something. If I were to kick the living bejesus out of Eminem and leave him in a puddle of his own blood and piss, I would stay there, commit the crime, and do the time. Once I went into jail, you kidding me? These freaking blacks in there, I would become Mr. Black People, man. I mean, these blacks would hoist me on their shoulder like a freaking sultan because I kicked the crap out of that cracker-ass cracker. Get the hell out of here. How about Anonymous Radio Graffiti?
My name is Nicole, and I'm addicted to pony play. Pony play allows me to indulge in the pretend play that all of us came to know and love as a child, and it's kind of taboo as an adult.
I mean, what am I supposed to say to that, man? What am I supposed to say to that? It sounded like a fatty, too. Was that bitch fat? That sounded like a fatty. Only a fatty would have sick freak fetishes like that, man. How about 817 Radio Graffiti?
Hey, Ghost, how's it going?
How's it going, man?
Hey, so basically it's the guy formerly known as Sneak Man Everything. Just wanted to call up on the show and check in on you and tell you everything's going actually really great. Dad's friend of mine made a big business deal selling his storage compartment, and no joke, he's actually wanting to get investing in a business and everything. So things are going great for me right now, man. How about you?
Hey, well, that's good to hear, man. I'm glad, because, I mean, that's the way it should be. You know, you should be motivated to go out there, kick ass, take names, and become a capitalist, baby. How about Anonymous Radio Graffiti? Brown Radio Graffiti.
He met a girl posing as a 14-year-old online, and to keep his date, he actually got on a bus and rode across the state of Florida.
Woo! Short bus.
But instead of finding a minor alone, he meets me.
Why don't you have a seat right over there, please?
Uh-oh. Chris Hansen.
You've seen the computer predator stories. Well, this is one of them.
Damn it!
And there's more bad news for him when he gets outside. An officer wearing a type of camouflage to hide in the bushes jumps out and arrests him.
Please stop for autograph! Just leave me alone! Autograph! Get away, I'm armed! Get away! You know what, asshole? Shut up. That's not funny, you stupid sack of crap. That's not funny! 352 Radio Graffiti. We got 8 equal Radio fucking Graffiti! Did I crucify that? What the hell does that mean? Mother of all butter. You got the butthurt martyrs. Christ killer ghost. What does that mean? Flying bloody chinks. What the hell? Oh, you asshole. I should have known better, man. Drink up San Hammonio. All right, we get it. Get this. Get him off, for Christ's sake. All right, we get it. Anonymous Radio Graffiti. 8 equal Radio fucking Graffiti. Wait a minute. I already called on you, you asshole. Jesus Christ, man. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
Benito Gostini.
This is True Zionist Radio. True Zionist Radio. I am your host, the rabbi they call Ghost, the master of money grabbing. Give him shekels or give him death. We need to blindly support Trump attacking countries without Jewish-owned central banks, goy. The alternative media are a bunch of anti-Semites and need banning from the press pool. Broadcasting from a GIDF propaganda station, Richard Spencer is control opposition. Shut him down immediately. And now he'll take it from here. The autograph merchant, the man they call Ghost.
Goddamn anti-Semitic piece of crap! I got your autograph merchant right here, you son of a bitch! You goddamn anti-Semitic sons of bitches! I'll shove a matzo ball up your ass! Son of a bitch, give me the mic! Give me the mic! Ah! I'm telling you, you guys are freaking a bunch of anti-Semitic sons of bitches, alright? I don't know what the hell your problem is, but you need to solve it right away. You guys are going to get me pulled off the freaking air, man! You're going to get me pulled off the air! Jesus Christ. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
You are my sin. You are my hope. You are my hope. You not found. You say I'm on baby. You just said I'm on.
Oh, you dropped the bomb on me. Come on, baby. Shut up, you stupid moron. Anonymous Radio Graffiti. We got Pylons Radio Graffiti. And we are live every Monday through Friday. What the hell does that mean, for Christ's sake, you son of a bitch? I'm Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. 3 hours a day, baby. I'm the hardest working man on the internet. Don't you ever forget it, boy. Don't you ever forget it, you son of a bitch. Who else do we have here? How about Anonymous Radio Graffiti?
Bend to the left, bend to the right. Catch a big spring, stretch the big spring. Dance with the man, up to smoke, tuck it in your shirt, take it with the man, put it.
I have no idea what the hell that's supposed to mean, for heaven's sake. 484 Radio Graffiti. Oh, man, I mean, come on, that's old, man. That's old, man. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
My name is Cleveland.
Okay, that's so great. How about 352 Radio Graffiti?
This is Big Macintosh saying happy birthday, Cole the Pony. Yup.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, we get it. It's your birthday. You were shitted out of a uterus pipe. We get it. 352 Radio Graffiti. Brony Drumming Radio Graffiti.
Where's my
Mountain Jew?
What are you talking about, man? No, where's my
Mountain Jew?
not keep it in the microwave.
No, you have.
VG, my glass is just, I'm raiding in here, and I don't have any
Mountain Jew.
Like, I saw some Mountain Lightning there.
Where did you hide it?
Mountain Jew.
Where did you hide it?
All right, we get it. Jesus, what the hell was that? Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
Cleveland Brown Radio Graffiti. Open wide, kids, 'cause I'm gonna rape you in the mouth.
Just shut up, man. 443 Radio Graffiti.
So I have this lovely microphone. Hello, Ghosty.
Yeah, what's going on?
How you doing, buddy? Long time no talk.
How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Let's do a good old shout out to Comfy, though, number one. Number two, I'd like to just say that I'm enjoying the Saturday Night Troll Show, and when Arabian Prince or Arabian Cup, whatever his name is, when he talked shit on that troll show that one night when he called in, it really grabbed my gears. And
oh yeah, you don't like the Arabian Prince kind of talking garbage about taking away the troll show?
I don't at all. He can shove his little Arabian turban up his Arabian hairy butthole for all I care. And no.
All right, so you want to give one last message to the Arabian Prince?
Yes, Allah Akbar.
Yeah, man, that's not funny, you stupid broad. Get this dumb broad out of here. Get out of here, fatty! Oh, yeah, and by the way, keep eating, fatty! Keep eating! We've got Anonymous, Radio Graffiti.
Girls and I are coming to Discovery Valley for a super awesome, spectacular, life-changing event. Ooh, boy, it's the beginning of a brand new, awesome adventure.
We're all very... All right, we get it, you stupid, dumb brony movie. We get it, we don't care. Shove it up your goddamn clopping ass. Anonymous, Radio Graffiti. Jesus Christ, another Helen Keller deaf mute. How about Anonymous, Radio Graffiti?
Got it, bro! Amethyst! It's an emergency! You have to help me get rid of the truck.
Oh. No, we'll pass.
But I really need your help!
You must learn to help yourself. That's how you become stronger. Let your problem be known. Then you can work towards an understanding.
Oh, I'll make them understand. I'll make them all understand.
He'll be fine.
It is my high honor to introduce to you the President of the United States of America, President Donald Trump.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I'm Hillary Clinton, and I approve this assassination.
You son of a bitch! How dare you! How dare you, you son of a bitch! Don't you even kid around about that, you son of a bitch! You understand me? Don't you even kid around about that, you son of a bitch! Right, give me that. Give me the mic! Jesus Christ, you'll be lucky if I come back tomorrow for a goddamn Good Friday. For a Good Baller Friday. You'll be lucky after today, you scumbags. Anonymous Radio Graffiti!
This is True Helen Keller Deaf Mute Radio. True Helen Keller Deaf Mute Radio.
Shut up, you stupid, dumb asshole. Anonymous Radio Graffiti!
Right back in my...
Alright, we get it. How about Anonymous Radio Graffiti?
And they all said we have a great crowd. We don't have time for the national anthem. I said, yes, we do. We have time for the national anthem. Right?
I've got a friend in me. I've got a friend in me. He's kind of large and got a shiny head, and it feels really nice in my tight view. So stop your crying, boy, you just pretend. But I've got a friend in me.
Shut up! Stop besmirching my president, boy! Stop besmirching my president! Anonymous Radio Graffiti!
Oh, 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 I've been so unsure. I take your hand and lead you to that dance floor. Ever you die, looking in your eyes, caught behind a silver screen, all is that your heart. I'm never gonna dance again. Yes, you see, I've got no rhythm, but we see you need to present. I know you're not a fool. There's no time to Jesus. Wait to check that I can't give up.
What the hell is that? What the hell was that? Was that Careless Whisper with the goddamn Jerry Seinfeld bass? Bow, 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 bow. Oh, Jesus Christ. You know what? 614 Radio Graffiti.
If you guys buy all the My Kids merch, Ghost will play with Raven Snake on cam for us. Oh, my.
I never said that. Shut up! You sick little bitch! I never said that! That's God damn it, I'm done! Stick the goddamn fork in me, I'm done! I'm done with this crap. Give me the mic! Come back for a good Baller Friday! Do you understand me?
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
And that's all, folks. That, my friends, is today's TCR broadcast right here on the BNs. I am your relay streamer, BN King, and I do hope you enjoyed today's broadcast, as pretty much every day we would put, so it's good to know. Anyways, guys, I'm going to have to start my next live stream here in a bit over to the BN Theater. If you people over the BN YouTube want to head over to BN Theater for our post streams, links will be in the descriptions. Just click on it. It's pretty much the first link to the BN Theater access, and then, of course, you get to there. Before I go, make sure to follow me on Twitter at The Brother Network or Politics Ghost. We do updates of all sorts, as well as if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, as I do the TCR shows every day, Monday to Friday, 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific, as well as the Saturday Night Troll Show, which could be extended for 3 hours, which, if you not heard, the go buy the My Kids merch right over, just go over to the Ghost Market right now and buy the My Kids if you want to have the 3rd hour of the Saturday Night Troll Show. And of course, I do the relays for the Saturday Night Troll shows every Saturdays, 5:30 p.m. Central, 6:30 p.m. Pacific, and 3:30. I'm sorry, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 3:30 Pacific. Yeah. Time zones are so amusing. Anyways, guys, shout outs to everybody. I'll give a big shout outs in the chat rooms tomorrow on Good Friday or Baller Friday. Or could we combine that for Good Friday, Baller Friday? It works. But if he does a show tomorrow, make sure to just pretty much tune in. Just follow up on my Twitter or Ghost Twitter, and of course, just see if the if the show will be able to pop up, so you'll get notified, and maybe you're in my YouTube descriptions. Anyways, guys, thanks again, guys, for coming out tonight. Good show as always. Once again, head over to the BN Theater for my post streams. It's going to start right now. And once again, it's the links and descriptions. All the links and descriptions from Twitter, it'll be in theater. Everything's right there. Go now. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for the Good Friday, Baller Friday. Or on our next TCR broadcast. Later, guys. Good night, everybody. And you guys have a good night. Chill out, everybody. You guys can go home now. Yellow. I'll discuss more things about the yooka-laylee that I've actually been playing recently. It's actually pretty good, but I'll give you my full details tomorrow. My thoughts so far about this game, but of course, I'll tell that tomorrow. So then tomorrow, or pretty much just when we're recording. Ciao, guys.